Hey everybody, we are live once again Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Say hello to the boys. You see the boys hanging out here. I have to remind you every time, and I'll probably remind you as we go, to like and share the page. We're just having stupid conversations while we drink, and this week I went and made a beer selection, dude, because I'm not a beer drinker, and I'm digging like all these weird ass.
I know, which is weird.
Drinks.
And
You're gonna turn into a beer drinker if you keep that up,
dude.
man.
Banana bread, right? I am. This is gonna be my Tuesday night ritual now. We got
And
banana
that's
bread, Voodoo Ranger, which I just like the cover. You know,
I love the cover.
It's like
Maybe you take the
it's like
buying a
bird
record,
shot.
right? Double chocolate stout. I don't know. That could either
Only-
taste like
only
shit
an
or
ice
maple
cream,
syrup.
bro.
I would do that one last.
Yeah, I think you're right. And my favorite, the Purple Haze, which I've had many,
Now,
many,
see,
many.
first
many,
of all,
many
I've never
times.
had Purple Haze, but
All right.
I have been in that Purple Haze before. And before we get started with anything, I want to thank you, Warren, for not only videoing all that stuff you did at the Eagles, for coming up. And the project wants to thank you for coming up and jamming
man.
on Voodoo Child.
Oh, you're welcome, man.
I wish you'd have brought the.
I was gonna say,
you should have brought the guitar.
Everybody
We could have
clap,
switched
because
up on leads.
otherwise
Oh,
it doesn't look
yeah.
So we're going to do it again.
Yes.
Warren's a very, very, very good vocalist, a good
Thank you.
guitarist. He just doesn't do this stupid shit. He does other things. So thank you very much.
You're
for
very,
the
very
project.
welcome.
Absolutely.
You know what? I dig the jams.
I know you do.
I dig the jams because you don't have to feel threatened. People don't have to feel threatened. Even when I'm there among a group of novices, I feel like you're being put in a weird spotlight. I always feel uncomfortable and always
really?
unprepared. You know, because I'm not one of those guys that knows 6 million songs. I learn them as I play them. I don't want to have a repertoire of 800,000 songs
Absolutely.
in my head. I really don't.
I'm out.
You're out of it. Yeah, as drummers usually are, because you got to finish.
But I don't have to
I
learn
wanted
notes.
I
I don't
wanted
have to
to
learn
bring that
notes,
up right
brother.
away.
Well, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much.
So tonight we are going to talk about our top 5 albums, and the way we're going to start working this is we're going to take a break at 7:30, 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back and talk some more. We'll just go around the room. I mean, start with. Let's work backwards.
Let's work backwards. I was thinking the same thing.
Start with your least of your top 5.
Okay, that wasn't
Not
on the
you.
brochure.
Yes.
Man, I
Dude, we got to shake shit up. That's the way it
Shake
works.
shit up.
I
This
had
is
a
what
hard
it is.
time just putting the list together.
Did you really?
know?
Wow.
Shit.
You know what? We can do it, though.
All
we
right,
can.
No, I gotta think. That sucks.
We'll start with Jane's Addiction, Nothing Shocking.
Oh, all right.
So, not that it's really my least favorite, it's just, how do I fit them in this list?
Yeah.
Because they changed shit up. So
They did, and they made an impact.
Yeah.
Like there was a whole.
I actually loved the first time I heard the first one that came out on the radio. I said,
Yeah.
"This is different."
Very fair.
Really like
I
this
dig
shit.
weird vocals.
Yeah.
he does.
Like unique vocals.
Yes.
So I like
Anyway.
Geddy Lee. I like Axl
Yep.
Rose. I like
And he did some other projects. He did this, side project where he rediscovered his religious roots, and that was separate and completely different from Jane's Addiction. And then they had another band, Porno for Pyros.
Porno for Pyros with
I
Dave.
remember
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Wasn't
very
Dave Navarro in
Yeah,
that with
I
him?
think so.
Yeah. And he was responsible for what the hell was the fair?
Oh, Lollapalooza.
Lollapalooza.
Oh, that's right.
yeah.
It was.
So,
That's right.
Perry Farrell.
I was
forgot
gonna
about
say
that.
Indian River County.
I'm
Indian
shocked.
River County Fair. Yeah.
I'm
no.
shocked that you didn't go older. In all honesty.
Well, that's number 5. He's got 4
Yeah, I know,
more in
but
his
I mean
list.
the words.
But
I'm
here's what I think.
He's already looked at my list.
Yeah,
so-
but that's your favorite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he
so
just
it's
picked
the
one of
worst.
his
he went for
favorites.
No. It's the least of your top 5 favorites.
Right.
ABBA.
No, so is ABBA in your top 5?
No.
Well, I didn't even get to you
No,
yet, so just sit there
shut
and shut up.
I don't have any lease, but if
Now you
if we
see
want to
what I
go
go
there,
through every
if
day.
we want to go to that. I went to all this trouble to bring my favorite one.
What
so,
was it about the album
Yeah,
that
but
like?
the lease.
So we'll call it a night.
What was it about the album you loved?
You know, first it was punk because I was big into the punk scene then. So
Right.
I mean, they were totally considered a punk band, but they were different than, you know, Descendants and Black Flag.
Oh, way
and,
different.
you know, Henry Rollins solo and stuff like that. You know, and different than Dead Kennedys and different than the Sex Pistols. They were
Yeah.
like something new in the punk world.
And they had a lot of Caribbean influence in a lot of. I felt there was sort of a
Some
big,
different instruments
Yeah.
in there, you know, whether ukulele or I'm sure I don't know, but I mean, yeah, they did.
Oh yeah, they used steel guitar in a couple of songs. Now I couldn't tell you which ones, but I remember the instruments. They used a lot of different instruments. I think that one guy in a video, I don't know any of the names, by the way, but he was playing one of those, one of those round kind of looking guitars with 4 strings.
banjo.
One of those mini
Sitar?
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you doing? Round guitar. It's a
I'm
banjo.
freaking Africa, man.
Sitar, dude.
A sitar.
It's
Italian.
Indian, not African.
Yeah.
I can see how this is going to go. What are we, 3 minutes in?
Oh, yeah, this is fun.
All right. So sitar was in that too. Huh?
Yeah, well, not, but one of the videos, I remember seeing it, and it's like, these guys are just weird. I
Yeah.
love them.
They were.
They were weird.
You couldn't. I could never guess Perry Farrell's sexuality. Like, what was he gay? Was he bisexual? Was he straight? Was
I think
he?
he did
Was
just
it an
about every-
alien?
He was
What
just
was
very androgynous.
Yeah.
Check every box on
He
it.
did like the Bowie thing better than Bowie. No, really.
How do you do that, right?
Right? But actually, who said that? Somebody just said that it was Bill Wyman said in an interview. That's a Rolling Stones drummer.
Yep.
Said that Bowie was a hack. Like he had a couple of good songs, but he really
Wow.
wasn't what everyone
Rolling
says
Stones
he was
bass player,
supposed to be.
I think.
What year did it come out? Do you remember?
Nothing shocking.
Yeah.
late 80s.
Late
Oh,
80s.
that's older than I thought. Then.
You know what's
I
what's
thought
really
it was 92
weird?
or 93, but
No,
you're
When I
right.
get to mine, I'll tell you that.
Definitely in the late 80s.
I realized
Wow.
there was a specific year pattern going on where my
Where yours went?
where my changes,
Mine too.
all my changes came from
Yeah.
like a 4-year period of time where I went from metal to something else. I mean, I'll get to that when we get in there.
Yeah.
So, all right, so
I gotta correct you because everybody heard me except for everybody here at the table, but Bill Wyman was the bass player.
oh, the
and
bass, so
Charlie Watts. What's
Charlie
his name?
Watts.
Hey man, I'll get killed.
That's
It's a good thing we don't
It's
have our
actually the
phones out
second
for
time I made
email.
that mistake.
It's a good thing we're not having responses on email because it'd be blowing up already, man.
Well, you think Rolling Stones, the only 2 people you think of are Mick Jagger and Keith Richards anyway, so.
You do.
Yeah, right?
I had to give props to Charlie Watts, man.
Right?
Absolutely.
So your top 5, what is your least favorite
Least
out of
favorite.
the top 5?
We're just gonna go around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna go around.
I think we talked about that like 5 minutes
It's
ago.
all right. He's a little slow. and
Yeah, he's
I-
a drummer.
It's okay.
Of course, that's another thing that everybody out there in the viewing area kind of knows that I'm slow. So, all right, well, I brought. That's going to be very difficult because
Joe, I saw your response, dude. You know it's the drummer joke, man. It's just the drummer
It's
joke,
just a
dude.
drummer joke.
you know how to stage
True,
this,
but-
you know how to stage this level is when the drummer's drooling out of both sides equally.
Oh, you're getting close. So go ahead and give us
Well,
your
I mean,
least favorite out of 5.
I brought
That
three
was
or
Joe
four.
Antonelli from the Stone Clones.
Oh,
and,
you getting the responses?
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah.
All right, love you, man.
there.
Stick up for me. All right, well, let's.
Great
this-
band too. Your least favorite. He brought us goodies to take a peek at too. So which one is it?
That doesn't look like an album.
Come on,
I'm
are you
kidding.
fucking serious?
No.
You believe this?
All right.
You know what?
I know.
All mine are in storage.
I don't have any.
I had to bring a list, so.
Actually, you're going to get some email now.
Weird
No,
Al, you
out of everything I brought, this is my least favorite.
Wait. Now let me see the damn thing because I want to know what the hell's.
It's actually
That's the greatest hits.
the
ultimate video.
I had
collection.
people ask me a long time ago if I could be in any band in the world, and I went Weird Al, and they go, "Why?" I go, "Because he's a freaking genius."
Well, not only that, how much fun could it be?
Oh yeah, no,
I mean, think about videoing
non-stop. I've
this
been to
guy.
like 4 concerts, non-stop hilarity.
Well, I remember when the first Weird Al video came out, and I was
Another
like
one rides the
12 or
bus,
13 years old.
on the.
you could not watch that shit.
No.
You know.
No, they played in a bathroom with suitcases for drums. Dr. Demento. And I don't know why I know that. Oh, okay, here we go with the dumbness because I can't tie my shoes, but I know that. But anyway, okay, I'm just going to say that's my least favorite out of everything I brought.
No, the least favorite out of your top 5.
Out of your top 5.
So you went through. He brought 8
So-
tracks and all kinds of shit, which is cool. I knew he was bringing us some stuff. If we get through the top 5 within the allotted time, we'll get to some of that.
Top 5 that I have at home, or
you-
just in general.
in your head.
In your head.
You
5
have
albums.
top 5. Do you see?
Which are your least?
Listen, I want you guys to realize that we are we're special to friendly people, to special people. We're
Very.
friendly to special people.
We really care.
That's why we
Seriously.
have Joe on the show. We are a handicap friendly group of guys.
So squirrel. Man, I gotta make it up, but I'm just gonna say Culture Club, Carbon Chameleon. So and
It's one of your top 5.
no,
What?
All right,
move on.
all right. I'm gonna try to.
Next week I'll bring my top 5 crappiest albums.
No.
When's
Here's
that influence?
like this.
I don't know him.
Imagine this: you're stranded on an island.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
You can only take 5 albums with you.
That's it.
Picture them in your head. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm always going to take that first one.
And now tell me what number 5 is. You see what I gotta fucking go through?
I got to go through it every day.
See, then that would be one of my favorites.
Well,
All right.
that's
So you know what? Make a list of your top 5 records, and we're gonna move on to Rocky.
Yeah, go ahead,
So-
because I brought them. See,
So what do you?
I knew this was gonna happen. Hey, how about Star Wars?
Yeah, right.
Covered
You
that.
missed that one, jackass.
come and see the project. It's hilarious.
It's amazing that I can play the drums at all.
What are your top 5 albums?
Well,
And pick number 5.
the
Tell me
least.
what number 5 is.
Definitely Judas Priest, British Steel.
Oh, all right.
Why? Because I could play every song in a week. No, I'm kidding. No,
Well, it is an easier.
I can't even
freestyle.
give you an answer why. That's but because I love Judas Priest. Judas Priest, Rob Halford. You know, Rob Halford was incredible in the studio. He was
Talk
also
louder. You're being interrupted by a plane.
he was also incredible playing on stage. The first 3 tour dates. But let me tell you something. At the end of the tour,
British Steel is what of their albums? Which
Breaking the Law.
is it the second, third?
I believe.
You had
British-
Sad Wings of Destiny.
Close to the beginning.
No, I
The
believe
weird
it's
shit in the beginning.
I believe it's number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
I
like
believe
first
Judas Priest came
and
out
second.
with just Judas Priest, and that was.
Yep. Right.
I gotta go with.
No, British Steel was got to be number 3 or 4 then, because you had Sad Wings of Destiny, which was a fucking weird album.
I believe that was the first one, wasn't it?
I don't know.
I know British Steel was either
Alfred
second
had
or
long
third,
hair
maybe.
and he wore bell bottoms, and it
feel
was
so
just
bad
like
about being done
Actually, the original. You ever see the pictures of the original Judas Priest?
No,
The drummer was a black dude with this like huge afro, and everyone else
Judas
was white.
Priest, are you kidding
dude,
me?
I swear to God, you got to Google
pun.
it. It was like kind of. I'm like, what the hell?
No
K.K.
kidding.
Downing, Glenn Tipton, Rob Halford, some
And
dude on
James
drums.
Brown on
some
drums.
dude on drums.
James Brown on drums.
James Brown
And it was
on
like
drums.
Saturday Night Live, Eddie Murphy as the fifth Beatle. Oh my God! But it's a great album, and it's still being played.
I
Is
love
Breaking the
every-
Law not
It's
Breaking the Law?
each
play it.
one of my
Do you?
5 albums. I loved every single
Sixth
song
studio
on
album,
the
okay.
albums.
You're still watching. I'm glad. Even after I made the drummer joke, you're still watching, dude. I love you, and I love the Stone Clones.
Is he a drummer?
He is.
Keep it up, man.
Plays with Dave Scott on Wednesdays at the.
There's literally ones of people watching this right now.
Your turn, bro.
Oh shit, my turn. All right, so if I had to go, I brought actual albums. So yeah, but you didn't write your list yet. You're fucking slow on the uptake, my friend. So going through.
Plays great drums though.
Right over this one.
All right, I'm gonna bring out. I left one at home, and I should have brought it, but I didn't. All right, this is my dad's actual copy of Eagles' greatest hits.
Yes.
All right, and if you guys are, let's take a peek at that. My dad had remember in the 70s the in thing was to have those big enormous like entertainment centers with pull out drawers for your records and the sliders that you still have.
Still have it.
Right, do you? My dad
Yes, sorry.
My dad was a cop, and he would come home from the city, and his chill out time was to smoke a doob, put on headphones, or blast the hi-fi. And it was this huge thing that took up the whole wall. And his speakers were like, I can remember being a kid, and the speakers were taller than I was, you know. And maybe they were 3.5 feet.
They were the 3/4.
Tall. They were huge, you know. And he flew them in from Germany when he was in. He was stationed in Germany during Vietnam.
Maybe JBLs or something.
I don't remember now. But the bottom drawer was this fucking like 4.5 foot drawer he had on the bottom, and I don't think he thought it through because it was 4.5 feet
wide.
2 layers of albums deep. So imagine trying to pull that out. It wasn't like you're talking the 70s where they didn't have those easy sliders.
I may have bought your dad's entertainment
You might have.
That was all wood.
But he'd come
Stay out of
home,
my diary.
and I can remember like he'd go and listen to the record, and he'd have the drawer pulled out, and it was the only times that you could get in there. You know, maybe that was a smart thing. He made it so heavy so that we couldn't get into his records and scratch them, and I'd go through the records and just pull out records and stare at like everything about it. And I don't know what the hell it was about this. Maybe it's that it's a Dead Eagle brain, or that it's Indian inspired.
I thought it was Indian inspired.
What's on the back?
It's nothing.
It's nothing. It's his desert. It's water, whatever. That's I think that's
But
neat.
like.
And check out
the song
lettering.
selection. Yeah, the writing.
That's
right?
what I was just going to say.
The song selection on it was Take It Easy,
Oh, yeah.
Witchy Woman, Lion Eyes, Already Gone, Desperado, One of These Nights, Tequila Sunrise, Take It to the Limit, Peaceful Easy
Every
Feeling,
single song was
Best
the number
of
one.
My Love, every fucking one of them. So
That's an album right there that everything you just said was number one on the Billboard charts.
or somewhere in that
Almost.
top 10,
Almost,
you know?
yeah.
Wow.
Top
How
10.
old were you when you first heard it?
Shit, like probably 5 or 6. Like this came out in 1976, so I was 5 years old.
I was 17.
Yeah, I was 5.
Don't start with the old
And,
jobs.
I was 53.
You know what was cool was
youngest one here.
my dad. Yeah, right. My dad had it on 8-track too, and we had a Air Cruise, I think Air or something, a big mobile home, and
Airstream.
Airstream.
Yes.
He'd take he as a New York City cop, he'd get 30 days vacation, and he'd take them all at one time. So the family would go away for the summer. You know, it was just like a smart way to do it. But
for a
we'd
full
take
month.
off in the RV, and you'd have that 8-track in there, and like this album, it has to be in my top 5, even if I don't listen to it every day, just because of the memories
Yeah.
associated with it, from camping trips to cross-country trips to going through my dad's record collection.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, the other one was Jim Croce, I Got a Name, the album, and I was gonna bring that too, but I must have left it behind. But
No, you're only allowed to have 5.
you're only allowed to
if
have 5.
anybody's watching this, comment on your favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
worst
what are your
album,
favorite
just-
albums?
Yeah, bring it out.
I'd love
Let
to
us
hear what
know
your
so we
favorite
can-
albums
We can
are.
comment back to you.
What about? Did you figure out your top 5?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, what's the least?
So what's your least favorite
last
out
one.
out of those 5? Help me, dude.
You want to cheat off my list?
No.
That's a very good list.
That's what I'm going to do. All right.
All right, the first slam came
Warren's
from Tommy.
Okay,
There you go. You can
Warren's
renumber
like,
them, too.
he's the host and everything, but what I'm going to do is I brought 4 albums, and I'm going to just pull one out.
Just pull one
I
out.
see 8
The
tracks in
least-
there, dude.
Yeah,
The
dude.
least
They got everything.
favorite.
Holy shit.
I don't
Yeah.
care whether it's, you think it's
All
my least
right.
favorite
That's-
or not.
Dude, let me see that.
Now,
All right.
very, very careful. It's
Is it
falling
your
apart.
least
It's an
favorite,
original.
though?
Yep.
I can feel it
It's
in my hands.
falling apart.
Holy shit. Yeah,
I think I got that when I
I
was
had
about
this
5 or
too.
6 years old.
I had the original version of this too.
You might, even if you look at one of the vinyls in there, you're probably gonna go, dude,
Yeah, is it all scratched to
you need to
shit?
put some rubbing alcohol on it. I'm not sure. My albums, okay, I got like 300 albums. Everywhere I went, everywhere I toured, everywhere I moved, I had to move to different places. They were in the trunk of my car.
Oh,
They
yeah,
went through
yeah.
hurricanes. They went through, yeah,
Hot
and I,
heat, cold,
oh
cold.
my God.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, well, okay, so
that's
I
what
had that
call
since
my
I was
collection.
a kid.
Okay.
My collection of the
So how that
favorite?
even made it right here to this table is a miracle.
Dude, there's some
Is that
great
your least
shit
favorite?
on this though.
Let's get
Oh,
on
we're
to
not.
the topic.
You know what? Stop
Listen,
with the least.
It's too much for him. I really don't want to see him strain and shit himself while we're trying to have this conversation.
There's
so,
blood coming out of my ear.
so we're gonna just leave it at what he brought.
Okay,
All
we're
right,
good.
we'll, dude. All right, so you got.
Because if
I
I
don't
said
know,
that was my
John.
least out of what I got,
Who the hell is
that
John
would
B.
be that would be
Sebastian?
sacrilegious to
I had
say
a dream.
that.
He lasted a year.
Yeah.
One
Canned
hit.
Heat, I know Canned Heat. Richie Havens, everyone knows Richie Havens.
How
Country
old
Joe
were
and
you
the
when you
Fish.
got this?
That's
Harlow
5 or
Guthrie.
6.
Oh, yeah.
Shana
I got it out of my.
Do-do-do-do.
I got it out of my father's collection.
Country Joe McDonald,
My
Joe
father was a
Baez,
musician.
Crosby,
And
Stills,
I've
and
had it.
Nash.
I've had that album for
All of
40,
this shit
50
was my
years,
dad's.
45 years?
Like,
Oh, absolutely. It's
he
right in
loved
his
it.
But
genre.
He's playing my
Crosby, Stills,
drums
and Nash,
today.
The Who, Joe
Richie
Cocker,
Havens, Santana,
Joe Cocker.
Jimi Hendrix.
Put on a hell of a
That
show.
was my first
Santana,
introduction
10 years
to
after, Jefferson Airplane, Sly and the Family,
to music, actually.
Butterfield Blues Band, Jimi Hendrix. There were more. There's another.
Oh, there were a lot
There's
more.
a second album
There's
that
two-
came out
there is
years
two.
later.
There's-
Yeah. No.
Open it up. There
No,
might-
I know. I'm just reading
No, I
everything
might-
that was on it.
Oh, they're all on the back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a fucking awesome.
Oh, it's a
album.
beautiful
Look at
picture,
that.
too.
What a great cover,
The
huh?
documentary is awesome.
They didn't-
See if you can hold that up.
That's what
Here,
I
I'll do it.
watched.
Let me see. Yeah, go ahead. You're
I don't want it
fine.
to fall apart.
It might, but I don't
yeah,
care.
reminds me of the Kiss albums, right? With
The greatest thing about albums is,
the artwork and the
oh yeah,
Absolutely.
man, I didn't even know
Look
it
at
went
the
3.
inside. Look at how
Uh-oh.
beautiful.
That was probably on my
See if you can
turntable.
Hold it up.
That might be on my turntable.
All right, so that was Woodstock, dude.
That's pretty
I wish I
incredible.
could.
That was Woodstock. Nasty, drug filled, and fun.
I was a sperm when
we need a Woodstock right now. We do. This country needs some healing. Big time.
Yeah, I
Let's
agree.
see.
Well,
I think
I
we need to
was,
put this in a show. What do you
I
call
was-
it when it's show?
Yeah.
I was
like
11 years
this.
old when Woodstock
Yeah.
hit.
Shadowbox. Okay. I got
You
one.
were
in.
11?
I believe so. I believe was it 68?
67? I
60.
thought- Was it 68?
What, Woodstock?
69,
Yeah, Woodstock. 68 or
Bloody
69,
hell.
right?
That's
Oh,
before I was
I think it
born.
was 69, dude.
I can't believe I can
69?
say that. I've
I
been
was 8
feeling
years
old
old.
lately. Like 48, I feel like a fucking old man.
Okay, it was
And every morning
69.
when I wake up, I feel like an
It
old
was
man.
69,
you know,
and then
fucking old.
I
they
know, I
released
know.
this in 1970.
Okay, so
Right.
in 69, when this was happening, I was 10 years old.
You want me to tell you who all the gaffers and the remix engineers and
No, I
the,
don't.
You know what though? You laugh, but
It's on there.
dude, I read all of that. Like
Wow.
when if there was an album cover, I read it all. I wanted to know it all. Like, all right, so you'd come up to producers, right? And as a kid, I didn't realize what I was deducing, but I would find albums, and you'd all of a sudden become familiar with who produced this album, and then you'd look at read another album, and you'd be like, holy shit, I know that guy. Wait a second, what was the
That
album that
was
he looked
the
up?
magic about albums.
Yes.
See, the funny part about that is I never did.
Really?
I went to albums to hear that song and to play that song. I couldn't tell you who wrote the songs. All I know
I
is
couldn't wait to get
I-
the album
I
to
wanted
hear it and
Rip it open and
while
read
you're
it,
hearing
right?
it,
Well,
read
I've never been much of a
every
reader
everything.
at all. I hate
If
reading.
you don't start fucking talking,
You know, I wanted to comment on the Judas Priest thing because I wasn't in rock music at that time. That wasn't the genre that I listened to.
Right.
But my parents always dropped me off at the roller skating rink.
Oh,
And so Judas
breaking the law
Priest
happened all the time, right?
was, you know, that was the rubber legging, the
Yeah.
the fast skate
Yeah,
around
that was the
And-
free for all.
80s.
Yeah, you know, and then Cool
Yep.
in the Gang.
Cool
you know,
in the
would
Gang.
come on
Celebration
or the
Time.
Get Band.
Yeah, we're getting
the
somewhere, man.
soul hipping side. And so when
I
you bring
live
up
in-
Judas Priest, I've got roller skating memories from
Yeah, but
when
now
I was
you
like
really fucked
8.
me up
I do
because
too.
I grew up in
Absolutely.
Texas, right? I was like 10 and 11 years old in Texas at the time. And this really little bitty town, which is still actually kind of small, but it's gotten up to date. But back then, our roller rink was under a tent.
Oh,
And
really?
the floor, like a traveling circus type of tent.
Right, right.
Oh,
And the
plywood
floor was
floors?
all plywood, dude.
Yeah.
So you
I'll
know,
see it on
as you're
video.
going around, you hit the bumps and fuck. Oh my god, yeah, dude.
Man, next thing you know, you're head over tea kettle.
But the Cool in the Gang every time.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Commodores.
Cool in the Gang,
and-
a lot of disco songs back then in the roller skate ring. A lot of disco songs.
Right? You
And
guys
because-
remember that shit if
'cause
you're
they were
our age,
dancing
the roller
songs.
skating
You
rinks,
could just
man.
go ahead and just dance
Rick
around.
James.
Oh,
Rick
yeah,
James,
yeah.
absolutely.
Or,
Dina
Good Grandmaster
Yeah.
Flash in the Furious 5, which I think, basically created rap.
Created rap.
Now you're going back into like when rap started when it was good.
No, the rap was never good.
My manager is actually the guy who got Rick Rubin his start and got like all one day I'll tell you.
Yeah,
guys
that's a
story.
whole nother
We were,
show.
management. We were the only rock band they ever managed.
And I'd like
Right,
to point out
right.
that I wasn't
you
allowed
see,
on
it
the
didn't
roller
turn out
skating
very
rink
well, so
without a
obviously
not.
you can see why you shouldn't let a disco band handle a rock band.
And never have a rock band going to a disco club.
skateboarding.
Yeah, no, Sal, if you guys are watching this, you know I love you. You know I love you, but it was a whole other animal.
Yes, it was.
I'm noticing there's going to be a whole lot of disclaimers here tonight.
Dude, my
so-
first showcase for Sony
I
was in
wouldn't
front of
call
like
them
their
disclaimers.
dance department, and we were playing AC/DC type tunes, so you knew it just wasn't going to work out. All right, so if we're counting backwards, what's number 4 on your
Hold
list?
up. Let's. It's about that 7:30 time.
Is
We
it?
said
All
we
right.
Take that break.
We are going to take a 5-minute break. Literally 5 minutes. All right.
And
We
that's
always say that when bands take a break and it's like 20 minutes. We'll be back in less than 10 minutes.
Me and Tom are on
Only
the
smoke one joint. You, at first, it's going to be like, what? And then when you listen to it, it's that own style. Yeah, I agree 100%. Probably the best song Johnny Cash has ever did.
Oh, he did some other good ones.
I mean, he's did some good ones. Don't get
I
me
love
wrong.
Johnny Cash.
I
He's
just
not
don't.
on my list, but I mean, he was when I was little because my dad listened to him.
Oh, I had to play him a lot with my
So that's
Yeah.
all
We're
I heard. All right.
Oh,
Back,
okay.
here we are. Here we are.
What's up,
chit-chatting
people
without
of the
yelp.
earth?
We were talking Johnny Cash. We went a little bit off subject
We
there
did,
for a
so we're
second.
going to stay with it. What do you
No,
think?
no,
You're good?
no. Stay on subject for this one.
Okay.
I'm just going to
so
say
next.
this. One of my favorite songs that he ever did right before he died was the 9 Inch Nails, Dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I'm just going to...
And what was the one you just said?
Hurt.
Hurt.
Is that the one?
Yes.
That was the same
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
I hurt. Here's my Johnny
Yes.
Cash. I hurt myself today.
Okay, stop.
Okay, next. How about Star Wars?
See what I got to do?
All right,
We
do I-
covered that one.
Do I go
Yeah.
banana?
I'm gonna say that about 100 times
I think-
tonight.
I think you should go
I'm going
with the
banana. We're going banana. All right,
Go
folks.
banana.
We're going banana.
I can't believe you think these are
Should have-
Banana beer.
should have
They're
a
cold
couple-
enough.
Oh, they're
for
getting
me.
colder
You
as the
should have a
temperature's
couple of
dropping.
little
It's
plastic
about
shot
39
glasses
degrees
where you
out
can-
here, by the way,
Right?
folks.
Where everybody else could sample it.
You know what we need? We need a beer sponsor. We need
do.
beer sponsors.
A
That
microbrewery.
supply us with like
Natural
a case every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
Absolutely.
Sailfish or Walking Tree or American Icon
Any
or
one of you.
any one of you guys.
Are you paying attention to the content on these?
Yes.
Is that part of your choice?
Well, just like I did when I was a kid and I bought albums, I sometimes went into the record store
I
and
like
just
the way
bought
you brought
albums
those in together.
based on
Beer
the
and
cover.
albums.
So I wouldn't even know the band, but the album cover would look fucking cool, and I'd be like, give me that one and give me that one, and then I go home and I'd be like, this sucks. I find somebody to trade it with, or I find something that became, awesome.
sucks.
Dude, I did the same thing
You
with the
probably
beers.
bought a bunch of Molly Hatchet and Yes albums then.
Molly Hatchet's album covers were awesome back
Frank
in the day.
Yes.
Rosetta?
album.
I did the same thing with beers today. I went in.
And I think that's awesome.
I stood there for 20 minutes and I'm like, all right, that looks cool. That one looks cool.
Would you buy singles of each?
Yeah.
He goes in for 20 minutes. I walk in and get an 18 pack of natural and head out the door.
That's everyone in Florida, basically.
That's
is like
right.
natural lights.
But you know what?
$10
Next
and
time
18.
you bring stuff in, I'll bring some plastic shot glasses so everybody can taste it.
Uh-oh.
I'm not much of this, but
We have the
oh,
loser.
you see the face?
We got. Is that the
We all
I
chocolate
know
one?
will
here.
keep. No, it's
No, it's a
banana.
banana.
I will keep drinking it, but it does not taste like banana. It has.
No?
All right, wait a second. It's an aftertaste.
Oh, you got the banana aftertaste.
It's an aftertaste. It's a slight banana.
That's what it
aftertaste.
rots as it goes down.
Yeah,
your
let me know
throat.
what the burp is if it's banana bread.
But, all right, so the thing with the banana bread is my mom. The only time she'd make it from scratch is Christmas. So every Christmas I'd get a wrapped banana bread. It's
I
like
hate
my
it.
favorite. I love banana.
So is
My
that
mom
bringing
did
you
the
back
same
to the?
Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Banana bread?
Oh yeah.
Why was it? And
My
did you
mother
love
did
it?
Yes, we
My
did
mother
banana
did-
bread and pumpkin
Yeah,
bread.
my
on
mother
Thanksgiving.
did the same thing. Absolutely, I hated banana. I hated all. Well, I don't.
With walnuts
If
or
it's
without
not white
walnuts?
bread, I don't eat it.
Sometimes with, I
Sometimes
preferred
without.
the without, but I
Yeah.
always liked it, to nuke it for a second and just melt the
Yes.
freaking butter out of
Yes.
that shit. And
Oh
it's
my
like,
God,
that is-
dude.
So
That
yes.
or I would even toast it. I'd put it in the toaster
Oh,
and
I
let
never-
it get
never
like that little
toasted it.
caramelized on the end.
Oh, dude.
Way off the subject,
Next-
but banana
next-
pudding with those
I know,
little
Dude,
cookies
maybe
in it.
maybe the next we'll have the
Hey.
top 5 foods.
Hey, next time, what you want to do is you want to spread butter on it and grill it.
Grill it?
You do,
Oh,
right.
you're probably right.
Oh yeah, I've had peanut butter and jelly sandwiches grilled. Holy cow,
Okay, so back to Star Wars.
All right,
dude!
so
Back to the albums.
so listen, I'm gonna
Here we
just,
go.
just because I think I'm gonna do this every Tuesday. I'm gonna introduce a new beer to my palate. We're gonna go Voodoo Ranger. Got 5 stars. It's good. It's a pale ale,
Yeah.
and it was pretty good.
Let me see it.
There's a cigarette
Out
butt
of-
in it right
out
now.
of-
I'm
So
not
how
going to
many-
drink
How
it,
many
brother.
stars? Out of how many stars though?
5.
Okay.
I'm only gonna give beers 5 stars.
All
And-
Wonderful.
Okay, down at the bottom is a great name for a band, Juicy Haze.
Juicy Haze. That's the beer.
I'm
beer.
emailing that to myself. Don't take it.
So that one gets 5 out of 5 stars.
Just write
Nice.
that down as your favorite.
I'll
band.
bet you this is
Banana
one.
bread.
Two-
All right,
Yeah,
by
better do that.
Wells.
Bring it back
Wells
around.
banana bread.
I like the way you did.
It's not a beer. It's a. I guess it's a cider.
Well, how can you? Hang on, you've only had like what, two,
3 sips.
All right.
But I'm only giving it a 3 based on that
Based
initial.
on just I was
as
gonna
a
say 2 or
non-beer
3.
drinker,
Yep.
right? If I was going to become a beer drinker, this would not be one that I would get.
That's a dessert beer.
It
Just
is a
like-
dessert
just like
beer.
that
It's the chocolate
stout.
one is going to
Paid
be.
ad-
I never
paid
thought about that.
advertisement for
Dessert
the-
beer. That's a good
Oh,
point.
there's tons of
I
them.
think that's probably why they
Well, there's
like
dessert
Samuel
wines, why
Adams.
wouldn't
That's
there
why
be?
they make their different beers is for different occasions.
And I don't like Sam
Makes sense.
Adams.
I'm not a
My
big
brother
Sam
swears
Adams
by
fan.
it,
No offense there.
Never met the guy, but I got no personal.
2 beers in my life that I really
you're talking about a
like.
beer.
Sapporo, which is Japanese, and Dos Equis Dark. Not the light amber one, but the Dos Equis Dark. Because that's
Me,
the first beer my dad ever let me
Bush
have.
and Bud Light. I'm good.
Yeah, you always are drinking Bush beer.
I love Bush.
Because it's cheap.
No. It's because it's got a great taste,
It's Budweiser.
and it doesn't. It just doesn't. It doesn't screw you up
See,
quickly.
commercial.
You know what I'm saying?
Great taste. Let's
No.
go.
What I'm saying is, it's a beer that I can drink all. I can drink beer from 8 to 9 Bush and just have a nice working kind of buzz.
AM or
Out there.
PM? Yeah, well,
Whenever.
That's a very valid question there.
We're in Florida, man, so it's like
Listen,
beers at 8 a.m.
I go to Earl's every morning for breakfast. Every now and again, it'll be a coffee. If I'm not working, I'm kicking out with a beer at 7 a.m., baby.
Man, they got great greasy pizza. Their
They
big
got
pizza
great-
slice.
What the hell
Earl's.
does that say? P-E-H-A.
Earl's Hideaway. They got great
Rehab.
breakfast
Rehab.
sandwiches. Thursdays, they do a
And it's gonna be
wicked
backwards on that, so it's gonna
Italian
be
sub.
I didn't know
pointing
Earl's was open for breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they make sandwiches. Oh, my
It's a
God.
little out of my way, but yes.
You
Earl's.
should stop in though once in a while. You know how you told me stop in at Celtic, which
Yeah.
I'm going to next week.
Oh,
this
cool.
week coming.
Yeah, I got it.
We
I
were-
got to
we
come
were
to
looking
Earl's
for it.
more often.
You need to go to Earl's, whether it's in the morning or afternoon. But if you go at Earl's in the afternoon, you want to go Thursday early.
That's the bike night.
Get the
I think
Italian.
that's Sunday
No,
though, isn't it?
that's Sunday.
Sunday.
No, it's-
Thursday night's bike night.
for lunch.
Sunday daytime.
And Sunday
You want to
is
get their Italian
the
sub.
daytime
It
biker.
is
Multiple bands.
Really?
with
best. The best
national
never
anthem.
tasted it.
All
Around
right,
Yeah.
so you guys should chime in on that at some point.
Absolutely.
How is Earl's Italian
I
sub?
know people out there know what
I
I'm
don't
talking
trust
about.
fucking Florida for anything Italian for a couple of reasons. Because Publix, you're on my shit list.
Here we go.
Really?
Yes,
Mine too.
dude.
Oh, that hurts.
I like
Sorry.
Publix. I like
Well,
Publix.
the rest of their subs, or just the Italian subs?
No, they changed their role.
All right, number one, I don't like their bread because it's
They
hard.
changed it.
Yeah, it's
They
it's,
changed it 3 months ago.
I
but
haven't had
it's
it
a
since
Florida
then.
thing because the way that you make bread in the north, if you
Alright,
made it the
no
same
worries.
down south, it
Clean
would go.
water.
It would
I
go.
might need
It
another
would
sheet
spoil
if this
much
keeps
too
up.
fast.
Absolutely.
So there's something with the way that they make the bread here so that it lasts a little longer. But Publix hero bread, I don't want it to hurt when I eat it. You know?
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, and that's what it, that's what it feels like. All right.
That's what you get with
You
a
gotta
French
take it home
dip.
and microwave
You
it,
got
dude.
Yes,
to
yes,
dip it in.
yes.
That's an appropriate bread.
Right.
French dip only. you
But
know?
I order an Italian hero,
Dip that
and
shit
the
in
person
ketchup, dude.
making the sandwich says, "Would you like mayonnaise on that?" Why the fuck would I want mayonnaise on an Italian hero?
Oh shit! I put
There
mayonnaise on mine all the time.
There is not an Italian on the face of the planet that would put mayonnaise
He's
on an
mayonnaise
Italian
right
hero.
out of the
My
jar.
wife thinks I'm weird. She's full-blooded.
Oil and vinegar, salt, pepper, oil and
I might have
vinegar.
made that.
And
That's
it's
it.
actually better. I don't know why. I think the reason I spread mayonnaise, I do it on any. I know. Hey, we gotta get
The
back
whole
to the
freaking
subject.
table.
We're gonna talk about that
But-
later.
Okay, so Star Wars.
But I can't eat.
No,
I
don't
can't.
chime in now,
I
you're
I can't
crazy.
eat mayo anyway because I open it and it smells like
Anyway.
eggs.
And nobody
It
else
is
is gonna
eggs.
eat it
And
anymore.
it turns my
either,
stomach.
so.
I gotta do like, and
It's
I like
eggs
eggs.
and some other foreign stuff
I'm a Miracle
that they
Whip
don't
guy.
want to put you
Me
on
too.
the thing.
Right.
I love Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip or tartar sauce with tuna. Gotta have a little bit of that relish.
Oh,
in
I've
there.
never tried that. That sounds good.
And then always avocado.
Oh, here we go with
All
the
right.
food.
We're off on the
Listen.
food
Hey,
tangent.
Tom,
All right.
your
So out of
second
top
least
5 albums,
What
favorite.
order are we putting these in?
See?
This is your.
We're going
you're
from
on-
bottom-
now you're
This
on-
is your fourth
All right.
favorite album, or second to the least favorite in the list.
You messing me up.
We talk food. I'm
That's-
hungry.
You know, there's still. It's still my top 5 favorite albums.
Right.
Even though you're making me categorize
I know.
that.
Well, see
Absolutely.
now, you're in my boat now, man.
But Bad Brains. And
All right.
the album's Eye Against Eye. And
Wow, I've never heard of it.
you've never
Come
heard of it?
on.
No, seriously,
It's
I've
the
never.
most
No, hey,
influential punk
you want me to
band
lie to you?
ever.
Shit, I went to the concert
Yeah.
7 times. That's a lie.
No, I don't want
Let
to
him
lie.
explain it to you.
No,
Yeah.
I mean it's
Yeah, so I've
it's a
never heard
band
of
that
it.
looks like that they're completely a reggae
Reggae.
band, and you see them up on stage, and they are the hardest core punk
Yeah,
rock.
yeah.
Oh, the ones we were talking about off
Yeah,
camera.
with the
Okay.
dreadlocks and whatnot, but God, I mean they influence so many freaking big bands, rock bands.
Every time you bring up
Yeah.
a new band, it like kind of throws me for a loop
It
because
does me too, and I like it.
he's been clean cut his whole life until now.
Right.
So like I'm trying to picture
Oh,
this,
he's gonna do
He's
that.
talking about the
right?
haircut.
I'm trying
course.
to picture a jarhead listening to so much punk music.
Oh,
But I
you
grew up
probably
before I ever joined the
listened
Marine
to
Corps,
it,
though.
yeah.
I was a
Yeah.
BMX skateboarder.
Oh,
you know,
that's
so
true.
it's
That's all
Skate
punk.
punk,
Back
skate
then.
punk.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, back then it was all punk for
Yeah,
skateboarders,
skateboarding,
surfers.
That's all you listen to.
yeah.
basically,
You
is
had
a skate.
Vans, right?
I
You
don't
still
know.
wearing them?
Still wear Vans.
Show 'em!
And they,
Show
have,
'em!
and they got holes in the bottom.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
just like they
Seriously.
should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, otherwise they're not bands.
You know what? Wear them till the wheels fall off.
Converse don't do that.
My first pair of Vans were knockoffs because my parents were going through a downslide, so I had like
They said
Walmart.
bands.
Yeah, whatever, man. As long as they had the checkerboard thing
That's
on the
funny.
top,
I
that's all
thought the
that mattered.
Vans was a knockoff to Converse. Come on, man. Let's be-
No,
Completely
Vans-
different, too.
Well,
Yeah.
sort of because they're flat fit shoes.
They never did high tops.
And
Right.
look at them. Don't.
No,
Sorry.
no,
That's my
Vans did high
opinion.
tops.
Did they?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
they
course.
did.
All right, I
Probably
retract my previous statement.
That was specifically the skater shoe was the high
Was the
top.
high
When-
top.
when
Yeah,
you raced
because of the
BMX, you wore the
But
low
when were
tops
they
usually, but-
huge? They were huge.
I've
in
never
the
seen a
80s.
Vans high top.
Huge.
ever.
Because I had different color Vans
Always
too.
like
That's when Converse kind
sliders.
of
Most
fell
common.
off the market. 'Cause
Without
You
Vans
see
came
what
out.
music
without
does,
even
right?
shoelaces,
See
just
that?
the-
Okay.
Music,
You're talking about
music,
Fast
and
Times at
fashion,
Ridgemont
and
High?
food,
Yeah.
and
Checker-
That's the ones
beer,
I got
and
up
it
on.
all
Alright.
goes together.
We couldn't tell you anything about the presidents of the United States, but ask us anything else stupid.
I bet you wish there was a Zoomies back then.
Oh yeah,
Right, my
Oh,
kids love
But
Zoom.
no, I grew up
Really?
in
What
a
the hell is that?
BMX
The skating
skateboard
shop.
shop.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, I started
Oh,
working there
alright.
when I was like 10, 11 years old, and I
It's
was
fashion,
racing
but-
Got it.
BMX. So we stocked them there, and it was the only place you could go get Vans was at a BMX skateboard shop. It was
Right.
the
Oh,
only
no
place
kidding.
you could go get Oakley sunglasses.
Oh shit! Remember?
Back
I
at that
remember.
time.
I remember when
Mr.
you couldn't
Small,
get
You
them.
could go to a
Vero
ski
and
shop and
Deep
get
Six Dive
goggles,
Shop
but
Yep.
you
down
had to
Vero.
go to a bike store to get Oakley sunglasses.
Anyway, getting back to the albums.
I was in New York at the time, so I could get knockoffs for like $3. You know.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Back
All right,
then,
I got
the
another one of
Ferraris.
my
Remember
least
Ferrari
most
glasses?
favorite, least good favorite albums.
Hang
Go ahead.
on, you ain't up yet.
I didn't even move on to you.
No, he went to Bad Brains.
Bad brains.
Oh no, you're out of it now, dude.
That's done.
You lost control, dude.
If you've never heard of
We
Bad
went from
Brains,
Bad
please
Brains
check them out.
Yeah,
To
I'm
Bonds.
surprised you never heard of Bad Brains. It's,
Never did.
It's borderline hardcore punk.
But again, you got to remember,
aggressive
I've been out of the stuff and married with children for too many years.
What the fuck does that mean? So what?
That means I gave up on music, dude.
Okay, I got 3 brain cells, but I knew who the Bad Brains are.
Okay.
All right, so
you're next.
we already know that you're lost on the top 5 and counting backwards. So,
So do
just
it,
give me
just
any
go
number of your top 5
I'm just gonna grab one. Potluck.
There you
Potluck.
go.
Perfect. Grab one.
That'll work.
Thank you for your support.
Because you put thought into what you put in the bag.
He
So
did
that would
well.
have to
Kinda
do.
did.
I'm
Kinda did.
wondering about how much thought was involved.
No, there wasn't.
All right, I have this too. It's a fucking great album. Johnny Winter Live.
And I don't even know who it is.
Come on.
Holy
Johnny and
crap
Edgar Winter,
sticks.
the albino blues brothers. You know the song
Okay.
Frankenstein?
Did you get it up there for the people?
Yes, he did.
Yes, yes. Okay.
That's his brother.
Never knew.
That
never
is
knew
a
the name.
live album.
That's
Never-
Johnny and Edgar
Sorry.
Winter.
No.
They're both albinos.
And
And they're
that
both prodigies.
that is live. And when
I met them.
once again
Really?
when I
Both
was
of them?
Both
10
of
years
them.
Oh
old,
shit.
At the same time.
tried to play drums to that when
I'll
I was
tell
10
you
years
about it
old, and I
later.
went, "Oh my God, you guys want
Dude, just
I
try
got-
to play guitar to this.
to?" I'm glad I'm a drummer.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny
That
Winter was the
influenced
shit.
me at an early age.
Who's one of them's dead now? I think. Correct me if I'm
I
wrong.
think it's-
No,
might
no,
be Johnny.
you definitely are right.
Because
It's
Edgar
Johnny.
Winter's still, I saw him doing Frankenstein, but they
you
have, to,
like blues?
they have to wheel him out. And guess
I'll-
what? Email us if I'm wrong.
I'm gonna
because
burn you some stuff. Or
that
you
burn
two
him
Johnny
that,
Winter.
burn him that.
Yeah, they're
Great
very-
Wow, I'm telling you.
They're Johnny and Edgar were. I gotta go with non-mainstream blues. They created both of them.
Yeah,
created music that was. You wanted to give them a genre.
76.
The first song,
Is that what it says?
Oh.
Yeah.
but you
Wow.
couldn't because you wasn't sure. But it was blues oriented.
Blues.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I would say from modern day, I compare Johnny Winter to Ted Nugent, or Ted Nugent to Johnny Winter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta reverse
in
that.
the
In
persona.
different eras.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes, in the persona and the different area. I don't think Nugent is half as skilled as Johnny Winter.
No way.
But I get the same vibe from the two guys, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Winter that floored me. I never heard anything like that when I was a kid. That's before all these guitar guys.
Before Stevie
Came
Ray,
out, and I'm like,
before Leslie
all
West.
that. And I'm
before-
like, where did this guy come from?
So I met the both of them. I was playing in a band called Falcon. I finally decided to get an agent, and we went through a guy by the name of T.C. Buell.
P.C. Buell.
T.C. Buell.
Bueller.
Now he ran. Well,
Bueller?
he was when Johnny and Edgar. He was an agent for them when they came into Utica, Rome,
Okay.
in upstate New York. I'm in there because, man, they sent us to this place. It's this country and western bar. We're a total Iron Maiden, Rush kind of hard rock bar, right? And I decided to use a manager. So he sends us up to this bumfucked Egypt country bar.
Sorry,
I'm not
Purple
kidding you.
Haze.
We get there.
I'm waiting for you
And
to
we
taste
see
it.
what's going on.
Oh, I love
for
this, my
150
favorite.
bucks. Well, we
Really
didn't
hard.
play the gig because pretty much the boys, the country boys, said, "Oh, you ain't playing." So anyway, so I went back to him the next morning. I was pissed. So I'm in his office talking to him, going, "What the hell are you doing? You know what we do. Can't believe you sent us to Buffalo Egypt in a country bar. We're a fucking heavy metal band here."
Right.
And
Blues Brothers.
Well, next thing you know, the secretary calls. I hear nothing but him. Yeah, send him in. And these two guys walk in. and I'm not a starstruck guy, but I did hesitate for a second. I'm 20 years old.
Oh wow!
And these boys walked
Yeah, but were
in.
you freaked out that they were albinos, or freaked out?
No,
who they
no,
were?
I knew they were.
You know?
Shoot,
I was freaked out once they
no, I
started
listened.
playing.
Yeah.
I watched and listened to them
Right.
quite a bit because
Okay.
they're a part of what I'm looking for as a guitar player, especially Johnny. But it was weird.
And a Gibson
I
Firebird.
was, I was expecting them to be taller and skinnier, but they were like shorter, still skinny,
And
but
they had pink
not
eyes. They were
great.
yes.
Listen, great guys. They
That was
walked
Alopecia.
in.
That's weird. Yeah, they
And-
are albinos.
They walked in and they both just, I stood up like, I'll go ahead and let you go.
So were they your
Do
size?
business.
Little
No,
guys?
no, they were probably 3 inches. Fuck you.
That might have been the highlight of the
They
reel
were-
tonight.
they were
Thank
3
you.
inches
Good night.
tall.
We'll see you
Anyway,
again.
They were very cool, so I got up because they had business, and I recognized them. I said, "Wow," and that's all I got to say. Thank you very much, and shook their hands, and out the door I went.
Every star I've ever met, I always think is taller.
I'm
they
telling
really
you,
are. They're
Ronnie
always-
James Dio. I thought he was 6 foot tall until I
He's
seen him.
like
close
5'2",
up.
man. He was like
He's
5'2".
5'2".
I'd like to point out at this point that Warren is 6'2".
4.
4. See?
So 4.
So everybody he sees, he thinks is taller.
I expect
until he meets
You
them.
know what's fucked up though? I was on a flight. I was on a red eye to California, and I don't know if he was in front of me or behind me. I think he was in front of me. Dolph Lundgren, Ivan from
Russian,
you expected him to be
Russian guy.
the Rocky
Ten?
guy.
I thought he was like 7 foot fucking
Yeah,
tall.
yeah, because that's the way they made him
Well,
look.
Stallone's it's like me
Stallone's
and you
5
being
foot,
shot.
He was 5'6".
So
So, how
He-
tall was he? Shorter than you?
shorter than me, man. Maybe he was like 6'1", and I could see like over his head, and I felt like a giant next to him, and I was thinking,
I'll kick
dude,
your
this guy
ass.
is like. I remember him being enormous, right?
Yeah.
But of course, he was in like a sweater with a V-neck or whatever, so he didn't look buff, and he definitely didn't look enormous. Like even in Expendables, he still looks huge,
He does.
and
The camera,
he might be
the
huge
camera,
because
the camera does.
I'm
No,
six,
he's
you know,
probably
but-
broad,
yeah.
but he's not as tall as they make him look.
It shocked the shit out of
Yeah.
him. Gene Simmons, on the other hand, that guy's every bit as
He's
big as
every
he
bit
looks.
of- Yeah, and
You
he's
know.
even bigger when he's got them 7-inch platforms.
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
He's
that
8
was
foot
going to be
tall.
my next.
You know what
sentence.
kind of cracks me up? I've
Yeah,
met
he's got 7 inches.
every one of those guys, and Eric Singer is he's kind of a short guy. Well, everybody who's not 6 foot to me seems short, but it just visually,
Fuck you very
Oh
much.
yeah,
Right,
I'm busting your ass.
If you had a better tan, you'd
Eric
be in
said-
the WNBA.
You absolutely do.
Shit, yeah.
We're in the winter. Just give me until the summertime. I get darker than a
Dark.
lot of African Americans. Trust me.
That's
Anyway.
a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. Yes.
I think we're going to be talking about Kiss soon.
Yes,
There's
we
people
are.
saying
There is
that.
one under
So it's
there.
my turn, yes?
It is your turn. We'll move on
All
to your
right,
turn. So
my,
number 4.
My fourth one is definitely, without question, Iron
I think
Maiden,
we lost track of the counts.
The Number of the Beast.
That's the first Iron Maiden album I ever bought,
That is the
and I still have the
first
LP.
Golf clap.
Iron
Years ago.
Maiden
Yep.
album I've ever bought.
No shit.
Absolutely.
All right.
And I'll tell you why I bought it. The album
The cover.
I put the album
Abso-fucking-lutely.
cover. I put the album cover on my Z28 Camaro. As soon as I seen it, I went to my
You
my
duct taped
cousin.
the album
I
onto
said,
the hood of the
I
car?
Was
want
it like
this
in the back window?
on my hood.
No shit.
And that boy, $500 later, it was beautiful.
Well, you
Anyway,
remember, if you
With the
remember,
album in it.
think of the time frame back then. Remember that carnivals were a huge thing. And
Huge.
You remember the little glasses that you like the square mirrors you'd get with the printed shit on it in the
Oh,
plastic
yeah.
in the cardboard frame.
Yep.
All
Iron
rock and
Maiden,
metal
Number of the
bands.
Beast. You had your choice. My brother and I was really good at basketball when I was a kid, so I always went right to that.
Really,
fucking-
being
Hit
as
that
clumsy as you are, I'm surprised.
I can't dunk. At 6'4", I can't. I'm a white guy. I
He
can't
can.
jump.
Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
I believe
White
that.
guys can't jump.
You give him a trampoline, maybe. But I was very good at the free throws, right?
Oh,
So I always go right to the basketball game.
Push the knife in and
Your
twist
choices.
it.
It was either that or that stupid one where you throw the darts at the balloon. You know, you could either get a T-shirt, which was always the one that, you know, as soon as your mom put it in the
Or a
dryer,
mirror.
You know.
it shrank way too
Oh, yeah.
small.
Now you got to give it to your little brother.
But it was a free way. It was a way to get, you know, rock T-shirts for $1 or whatever. Number of the Beast was the T-shirt I picked, and I wore it to church.
Oh,
Dude, my father shit his pants.
Red flag.
He was like,
Red flag.
what is the matter with you? Oh my God, dude.
How old
My
were you?
brother, I was like 12, 13 or something.
All right, now I got to throw in something here. It's not to do with the album, but right on your topic. Have you ever gotten kicked out of an establishment? So whether or not, you know, grade school, middle school, high school, or in your
All of
case,
the above.
maybe at church, for wearing a music band's shirt?
Yes.
absolutely.
And which shirt was it?
All right, I'm gonna tell 2 quick stories.
I got one quick one, so yep.
One.
Topic change.
For myself was during Kiss Crazy Nights. I was in high school, 9th grade, and the Paul Stanley T-shirt said something about sex on the back. It had sex in huge white letters across your whole back.
Oh, of course.
And then it made some other, you know, life is like sex. The more you put in, the more you get out. That was the thing on the back. I wore that to school. I didn't even get 10 feet in
Now,
the front
what year
door.
was this?
This was like,
70, 80?
no, this was, so you got to figure 87?
Yeah,
Okay.
remember, he's
87,
much younger
88.
than we are. Like,
Yeah.
by
I graduated
That's
in
still-
89, so it's
that's
got to be
still, yeah.
86, right? Around 86. And then, yeah, so if the more you put into it, the more you get out. There was sex shirt. I got sent right home. Right home. My mom had to come pick me up or bring me another shirt. I don't know.
Or
what
they
it was.
didn't. Usually now they make you turn it inside out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's now,
Yeah.
not then.
Oh, no.
Well, no, now they wear uniforms.
All right, but wait. It gets
You know?
worse because remember, if you remember back in the 80s, the style was to cut the sleeves off and then slit it down the sides just to
Absolutely.
the end so that it, you know, you
Right,
have a
so it's
totally
kinda
open
wide
shirt.
open.
Yeah.
So here I was at school with a slit shirt all the way down, no shirt underneath it, and just a T-shirt. I couldn't turn it inside out, you know. It was like it defeated its purpose, man. I might as well have been naked or whatnot.
Yeah.
But
So
they
you
don't-
brought the topic up.
Wait.
Hang
There's
on.
one more.
Okay,
quick
good. I
one.
know you got
Then
one,
you can
man.
move on.
It's not even that good. But,
My
you
son,
know, but that's what
Sorry,
made me
bro.
think of it.
Sorry.
who just turned 21, Austin, if you watch, if
Happy
you remember
birthday.
this, my ex-wife and I decided that we were going to bring him to see Motley Crue's reunion tour when Vince got back in and they did the circus, the whole circus thing. So we bring my son, but before the concert, I'm like, I'm going to get him a T-shirt now. He was 3rd grade, so 7 or 8 years old. I go to Hot Topic, I get a Too Fast for Love shirt. You know, the Too Fast for Love album cover is just,
Oh,
you know,
nothing
the
but-
bottom of the
nothing but
torso.
That was on
bottom
its
torso.
shirt?
but it's a leather pants. There's like nothing offensive.
Nothing offensive.
3rd grade, my son was born in 97, so this is somewhere around 2003 or 4. They called us, they sent him to the office, they made him stand up in class, told him what he was wearing was inappropriate so he could start crying, sent him to the
I'd
office,
have kicked his ass.
and
I'd have
made me
kicked
come
that-
up and bring him
kicked his
another
ass.
shirt. And I was like, are you kidding me? For the Too Fast for Love album, which is, it wasn't like
Come
the
on,
Black
man.
Rose of Morocco,
So
which
there's a
had
couple
pubic
of
hair
bulges
and,
showing.
you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Or what was there was a Eric Clapton album or a Cream album with a naked girl on the cover, right? Like a prepubescent naked girl or some
Right.
shit, and that was out.
Well,
and
yeah.
my son can't go to school with Too Fast for Love album cover. So tell me your story. What did you get kicked out of?
Red Hot Chili Peppers Mother's Milk concert shirt. So if you had the actual concert
Nothing
shirt,
wrong with that.
which I went to the Mother's Milk show in Chicago.
Were there nipples on it?
There was
Yep.
one. She's
Oh,
holding
okay.
the brunette lady
Yeah.
is holding the band like
Oh,
in her hand,
right.
you know, and it has one exposed breast. The lady had the change the album cover and put like a rose or a flower over her nipple, but
Right.
it was that shirt.
Oh, that's where the rose.
kidding.
Yes,
Yeah.
now I
They used
understand
to-
the rose.
It did not
Portion
used to
of
be a
that.
rose.
Holy shit!
Huh.
Yeah.
All right, Joseph.
All right, mine's real quick. I think it was like it was in 2000. I went to a Marilyn Manson concert. For some reason, people have a problem with Marilyn Manson, even though he did everything he did. at the concert.
I loved him.
Shock, yeah,
loved
shock,
him. I actually liked
shock.
him too.
I
But
do
I was wearing a shirt and Winn
He's
Dixie,
a hell of a director.
and this lady goes, "That's despicable." And I'm like, because on the front it had him with the two different eyes, and on the back it had him burn the Bible.
You didn't get kicked out of Winn Dixie, did you?
No, but I'm just saying, a lady behind me
Gave me a hard
made
time.
a fuss about
He has a
it.
hard time following the subject.
Okay, that's all right.
It's all right. It's okay. You guys
Okay,
realize
yeah, I got kicked out of Winn Dixie. Okay,
that
I've been at
Joe
Winn-Dixie.
is going to
It's
be
hard
my
to-
scapegoat forever.
I think I already am.
Everyone needs a jester. That's mine, right there. I want you to take a look at that face up close.
Look at the
I
face
want
up
you to
close.
see that face up
Look at the
close.
face.
That face
Give me a
right
kiss,
there.
Joe.
That is
Mwah.
my go-to guy for every joke.
So anyway,
Just because he
yeah,
accepts it good.
I got kicked out of America for that shirt.
What Winn
Does that
Dixie?
make it better?
Up on Oslo? You've been here your whole life. Do you remember what Winn Dixie?
I don't even know where that is.
All right. Did you ever get kicked out of a place for a
Oh,
t-shirt?
without question. That would be high school.
What t-shirt?
No t-shirt. That's
Oh, for no t-shirt. Oh. You can't follow fucking directions either.
Hey, I did.
He was wearing a bra and a thong. That was unacceptable.
I walked in with a muscle shirt one day, and it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be one of those. The school, you take your pictures. Everybody's supposed to look nice,
Right.
you know. So instead of me wearing my normal jeans and muscle shirt, I wore my normal jeans and muscle shirt. That's what I did. And they said, "Can't take your picture."
Can't take
well,
your
why?
picture.
Well, because you don't have a shirt on.
Well, and I'm trying to remember.
That was
I'm
it.
trying to think of the time
Gone.
frame too. By the time I was in junior high, you were graduating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the half
Yeah, I've been
shirts.
working
Remember
for
those
10
fucking
years.
half netted shirts?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you
What
don't
is that?
believe it.
I'm too
I got
sexy.
half
for
net.
that. What was
Half-
that? Fright,
You're talking about the full net or
Right
the half
said
net?
Fred.
No, the half
Just
net
the half
shirts,
net with-
which was really basically a football practice jersey.
That's all it was.
You know, I mean, like I said, I always reference that. I grew up in Texas when, if you ever watched the Friday Night Lights, that's what it was. It were like 7,000 people at a Friday football
Yeah,
game for a high
yeah.
school team. You know, and the cool thing was to come off at the end with your half fucking
Yeah,
practice
your
jersey
half
on
practice
or
with the
whatnot.
net.
And
You know, sooner or later, you're gonna have to like try and convince some younger people to come on your show, so that every memory isn't from the
I
'60s
tell you
and
what,
the '70s.
there was this kid, and I can't remember his name, but
They're boring.
he watches the Vibe, and he just so happens to be in the band that he was the guitar player in the band of the Indian River County Charter High School band that I just shot.
I saw that.
Is that
Yeah, it was
right?
like a week or
Dude,
two
that
ago.
kid was fucking awesome.
Which one?
I think his name was Ryan.
What do you play?
Guitar.
Okay, so
He's
imagine
like,
if he
"Oh,
was
yeah,
sitting
man."
here with us right now.
I asked him already. That's been my mission since the day I thought of this whole
Oh,
idea.
he'd be
Yeah,
taking
you
us to
can't-
church, man.
Can't do it on a beer night, but on a
Yeah.
one
No,
of the
I'd
other
be
nights.
one of those other.
Because I want to know what really keeps
We can
kids
buy milk.
motivated to play, and that band was fucking great.
I can
mean,
tell you what, Keith, and I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I listened to the shit today. I don't want to go too far off subject. We'll bring this up another time.
Yeah,
but
we
like,
should.
It's
when I
gonna be a
listen
9-hour show if
When
we
I
keep it
listen
up,
to
man.
stuff of today, like Coldplay or Imagine Dragons or what, I don't hear anything that's inspirational.
Me either.
So
At all.
I wonder what inspires the kids, and I asked him. I told him I was going to get in touch with him to bring him on one time
teach
because
him.
I really want to know, because they could teach me something.
It'd be good to get that different age bracket in here too.
Oh, without
you
question.
Yeah, that was
It's-
my point.
We're not
That was
too
my-
terribly far apart in age, but
Right.
the genres, whatever you grew up in,
Absolutely.
Could be vastly fucking different.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, what do they discover? Like, we all know there's no rock right now, so they have to
Everything's
be
been done.
rediscovering things from the past.
There's nothing
what are
that
the
I
things
hear
that the
now
kids are
that
gravitating
is
to?
like captures me and grabs me and goes,
Oh man.
oh, nope, it's all been done.
Oh,
it's
my
all
God.
been done.
Every once
I
in a
hate to
while,
say
something
that.
does.
Oh,
Like
five-finger death punch.
that's the last thing that
Oh
actually.
my God.
It's funny you said that because
Avenged
they're the last
Sevenfold?
band of new people
It's been done.
that I listen to.
Avenged Sevenfold. That guitar player.
Can't deal
What
with
he
them.
does has never been done. He was incredible.
Okay,
Anyway.
so go ahead. I was gonna say
It's
on
your-
that topic.
Did
yeah.
you hit the fourth album?
Yeah,
What was it?
yeah. That was Iron Maiden.
Oh, Iron Maiden. You're right. So I guess it's my turn.
Look, he's got his hidden.
I do.
He's got him
Well,
hidden,
I don't
man.
want them to be seen right away.
Well, I think.
All right.
Yeah. Well.
All right. So
well,
then
that's it.
I'm gonna go. I guess number 4.
Yeah, head into that because there's
going to end up
7
being-
hours of conversation.
Well, there is. Do you know why? Did you look at it? It's signed by all 4 original members.
all right.
I have had, this is
So the
Kiss-
next time we take a break and we go pee, that may not be in your
Kiss
thing
Alive
anymore.
2,
Might be in my bag.
Paul Stanley, no date. Gene Simmons, 93. Peter Criss, that was in the early 90s. And Ace Frehley, that was in late
So you had to go
2000s.
around and get
So
those
that's
at
your-
different times.
This is my
fourth
my
then,
4th favorite
right?
album. For many
Okay.
years, it was number 1.
Right.
But it's shifted in its
Shifted.
Kiss,
My-
Kiss itself
See,
has
wait a minute.
shifted out of my
Yep.
my thing. I have two copies of it. One is scratched to shit, which is this one. It's the original version
other
that I
one
have.
is
The other one is pristine.
clean.
Yeah, it's clean. But I mean,
Wow.
it's got the original. I was a Kiss fanatic. I had any magazine that had Kiss on it, I bought it. Because
Here, you want to know why I was a Kiss fanatic?
yeah, absolutely, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyone that
Nobody
ever had that
does it
album-
better. Nobody does
Listen,
it
this
better.
is for the
man.
Kiss fans that talk to me on my.
Trying to make sure the album
Here
don't
we
fall
go.
out.
You asked for Kiss. Here it is.
I spent hours staring at this album and
Wow.
listening to the album, and of course, when I got it, I didn't know that most of it's overdubs.
Right.
You know, like you don't know until later when you hear 2 Paul Stanley singing.
No.
You're like, "There's no fucking
No.
way."
But when
he
you
did
get that,
live.
you don't care.
No,
It doesn't
dude,
matter.
because anytime I
like the
bought
same
an
as
album
Queen. It's like
that was
you-
a gatefold,
You get a Queen
it was
album,
like-
and then when they play out, when they go into all the 9 power harmonies, they put it up on the screen.
yeah.
You know?
But a gatefold album to me was like winning the top prize in a Cracker Jack.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
You know,
I
it was
got you.
like, oh, there was just so much extra to read.
when
or
I was a
whatnot.
kid. That I would take pen, you know, like pens. I'd put that would be up on my bedroom wall. man.
Actually, oh no, it must be the yeah. This one's actually got pin marks in it. This was
Right?
framed. I took it out of the frame tonight to bring it, but yeah, actually, the way that these
I'm glad I
these
didn't drop the album.
autographs
Oh,
came
no.
about was I had dinner with Paul Stanley for my birthday in California at Hollywood Sushi or Sunset Sushi. I'm sorry, it wasn't me and him having dinner. We just happened to be at the same spot
Same
at the
place.
table.
Yep.
And like he was really cool, sang me
that's-
happy birthday, dude.
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
No shit. That's awesome.
I met Gene at NAMM, and he was an asshole, like a complete dick.
I can see that.
And it's the first time I ever got I was never up close to him
Right.
until that time, and he had on like a toupee with his
Yeah.
ponytail was like it was like a Davy Crockett hat.
Like
Right.
those hats that they got that have the ponytail and
Yes,
the white
yes,
hair up
yes.
the top and everything.
And I was like, I just watched him treating every. It
Goes
he
back to this is
It
real,
was
by the way.
at St. Louis Music, which is Ampeg and Crate and owns
Right.
all those companies, and he was doing a signing, and he was treating the employees for St. Louis Music like shit.
Like shit.
So I was just like, wow, what a douche, you know. Ended up getting Peter Criss played a bar with his solo band in like 90.
What was the name of that
Or
band?
it was Criss, Criss.
That's what it was. That's right.
And I went last minute, and I didn't know he was playing until very last minute. So I quickly grabbed Kiss Unmasked. You know, if you know the album,
Not a
it's
big
it's a
Kiss
car,
fan,
it's a
so.
comic book cover.
Right.
Is the album cover.
I got it.
And I stood outside of this club,
Unfortunately.
Napper Tandy's, if you were a Long Island guy, Miller Place. I stood out there for like 2.5 hours at his bus. And there were only 100 people for the show altogether, right?
Wow.
Waiting for him to let us in so that I could get him to sign that. And then I had this. It would have only 2 things.
How long did you wait outside? 2 hours?
At least 2 hours.
Wow.
And he was like, he
I
just
did
didn't want
that.
to come out. He was so pissed off and so angry at the world
But
at
he
the
signed it.
time. Well, I had to bribe the guy guarding the bus to let me fucking in.
Yeah.
And as soon as he got
Security.
the Unmasked album, he fucking threw it out the window of the
Wow.
bus.
Shit.
No
Because he doesn't
shit.
play on it. Because the truth
Oh, there it
is,
is.
they hired Anton Fig to replace him at the time. He
Anton.
didn't
You know who
play.
Anton Fig?
David Letterman band.
There you
Yes,
go.
and
He's
Ace
one of my
Frehley's
favorite
solo
drummers. That'll be next week's show.
I played with him too at
Oh
Elbow
man,
Room
he's
in
excellent.
the
man.
city.
He's
Excellent. But yeah, I mean, you know,
He plays in all the Hall of Fame.
all of them.
All of them.
And he
I
used
don't
to
know
play
if Schaefer
Ace.
still does.
I don't know if Schaefer still. He's weird.
But
out now
Anton
he's
Figs,
bald
all them
anyway.
great Hall of Fame, and anytime you see like the movie awards and everything, it's always Anton in the back with his little beret that he wears. You know.
But see, like this always had all the info in it,
that's
from the
amazing.
lighting
That's
guys
And
to
it's
the.
totally, and the flames and the whole shot's beautiful.
So that is my number 4, which
All right,
used
so-
to be my number 1.
So we're through number 4. What do you think? 5 minutes?
No,
And,
let's
you
move
wanna
on
go
to the next one, and then
Sounds
after
good.
we get a round robin, we'll take a break and cure the cigarette addiction. So
All right.
Oh, too
we're
late.
down to number 3. Your top 3, we are.
Yeah. These are all ones that were influential. Bob Marley legend, you know, kind of led me into like a reggae path for a while, and it was.
Legend is the greatest hits, right? Is it?
I was gonna just say every song on there is a number one.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it probably
So,
is. Yeah.
I got it.
But I mean, I still didn't get introduced to him, you know, in the early 1970s. You know, it wasn't until much later, you know, that I just, you know, got introduced to that album, and it's like, wow, this is really cool. And then you start doing the backtracking, you know, and you find out who Peter Tosh is, and then you find
Peter
you know,
Tosh. Haven't heard that
you
in
know,
years.
and then go into other ones like Freddie
You should look at his
McGregor
more
and-
relevant new stuff, dude. Peter Tosh is still playing. Shit's great.
But I mean, I just thought that was definitely on
That's a
there
good pick,
because
man.
it
It is a
introduced me
good
to
pick.
a whole genre that I hadn't been introduced to, and it's like, and I fell in love with reggae music. You know, here I was
When?
punk, hardcore.
What was the
punk.
year?
Yeah, but hardcore punk, go
It was
go
never
straight to
as good as
reggae.
maybe
That's weird.
13 or 14.
It's not
You
as
know?
weird as you might think because
I wouldn't have thought of it.
no, but
Right?
follow out the evolution of this, right? That happened to him. He was 13 or whatever. So we're
Right.
talking
No, that's true.
1988.
It's the 80s. It's the early 80s.
Where do you
Yeah,
think
or
ska
maybe
comes
mid-80s.
from? Ska is the
Got the
marriage of
album on
reggae
it.
and punk.
What's that?
I got the album.
So
What is?
ska music. It's the
I have no
marriage of
idea what the hell
reggae and
that is.
punk, really. So yes, you would know it if you heard it because it's
I probably agree with
there's
you.
a lot of
but
horns
I'm
in
saying
it. There's a
that-
fast
oh, that's,
beat, punk
That's
beat
probably
to
what,
it, but
what it
You
is.
might
I'm
have
not.
heard of the
I don't.
English
I don't
beat.
like horns. I can't stand them. They drive me nuts.
Oh, there's
And
there's
that's
a ton of
probably
horns
why-
in ska.
It's not that it's
Yeah.
beautiful because my daughter plays a flute and she's beautiful at it. It does something to my ears.
Well, now I know I can
what it
piss you
is.
off because I got a
This is
trumpet at
why
home
I
and I'm
don't-
going
There
to
you
blow
go.
in your ear.
A lot of times when she's
no
doing
reason.
her band thing, I can't stay very long because
Not
it
passive-aggressive at all.
drives me. It
maybe
really-
it's the
No,
maybe the tone
It's
affects your
very the
ears or
high,
something.
yeah, the high things. But other than that,
You know,
I appreciate
it's
the
a
talent.
backline and
No, it
all
got
I
me.
hear is horns.
It got me
My
better.
daughter.
I
Incredible
had to move
flutist.
like the with the weight.
Loudest, they
for a
call
minute.
it. I didn't know that until she told me. But and that's probably why I'm not me. I'm rock. I'm guitar, bass, drums, and keyboards.
How old are you?
He's
I'm
too
a-
old. He's
I'm-
an old
I'm-
fogey,
I'm
man.
39 years
I'm
old.
gonna open your fucking eyes to some other shit.
Yeah, you ain't
man.
gonna open my eyes to shit.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I don't care how old you are. At some point, you have to.
Remember?
You have
Go ahead.
to
Don't get
open
me
the
wrong, I
palette.
don't-
Remember what I
I
said
don't
with the
not
project
appreciate
is
the
what my
music.
father told me. If you don't listen to everything, you can't have an opinion on anything.
No, that's not true.
No, but
that's
no, he
not
told me that when I
true.
was like 10. And then he was showing me jazz, classical, Beethoven.
Yeah, but you had a listen.
I had a blessed
You did.
musical
dude. To have
career.
parents that had a music store.
Yeah.
That's like a whole, you know.
Yeah, sorry about that. I
See,
retract that statement.
Like my parents, when I go back to the like the Eagles.
yeah,
right?
I was flooded with music
You
since
want to
I
know
was
my
3 years old.
number one memory of this album is my dad singing "Witchy Woman," which is that was my mom's CB handle, was "Witchy
Wow.
Woman," right? So we
that's
go
awesome.
back to the '70s, and he come out of nowhere with a hairbrush in his hand, and he just started like,
Acapella?
doing this whole to the album would
To
be
the album,
playing,
okay.
but you know he'd be like
Okay,
singing
that's
to
right.
her and shit, and it was.
Oh, it led to sex. You know it did.
Of course, absolutely. How do you think my brother came about?
Okay, that'll be the topic for 2 weeks from now.
No, it's a fact.
So
Rock
you get
and
to
roll
reach
leads to
into
sex.
your bag and fucking
I got
stuff
two
and
more,
and grab another one.
I'm gonna do the 2 more as quickly as possible. And
Which is
these guys-
impossible for my boy
No,
Joe.
these guys are gonna get freaking. I think I'm gonna probably get bitch slapped.
Come on, let me see it.
Here it comes.
I don't have my glasses.
That's
on.
not an album.
This is
Come on.
Good help it. See?
The G3 Summit, is it Satriani at
it's
least?
Satriani, Steve Vai, and Yngwie Malmsteen.
He's talking my language now.
We're talking about an album that
So there you
changed
go.
my life.
This
as
is the first one.
drumming.
The very first.
Live in
G3,
Denver.
Right?
That's
yeah.
That's,
Oh
that's
my
Gino.
God.
Yeah.
What's the date on?
You're gonna have to
That
Google it
is-
or whatever
yeah.
because if
Date on that. Let me guess.
I've actually, I
I'm
went to
gonna throw out
that.
there.
I bought it at the concert at the
Recorded
merch.
live at the Fillmore, 2003.
2003.
So these exact same guys, I went to the concert and this was sold at the merch booth as I walked out. And after I watched the concert, I was going.
Who was playing drums for him at that time? Was it Virgil?
Ainsley Dunbar. Or,
Jesus Christ, the drummer's on here, but Billy
Yeah.
Sheehan was the bass
Yeah.
player for
Absolutely.
Steve. And I walked out and I was like,
let me see.
Overwhelmed.
Greg Bissonette.
it'll probably tell you.
Uh-huh.
And I walked out and I bought that and I go, oh, this is the exact concert that I
Just
just
heard.
saw.
Exactly.
And all the way home, my buddy was trying to put on the radio and I'm like, turn it off, dude. Yeah, I can't, man. Right? And I go, I'm selling all my shit. Yeah, because not just are they the three greatest guitar players on the planet, their rhythm guitar player, their bass player, their drummers have to learn how to keep up with them, man.
If I was in any of those other bands, I'd be any of those other musicians, I'd be a little pissed off because apparently the only way to figure out who's on it is to watch it.
Oh, so you didn't see
It
it?
probably says it in the
It
credits.
didn't give no
doesn't say
credits
it anywhere on
Oh yeah,
there.
you know what? Yeah, I guess if you put the thing on.
All right, actually, this is kind of weird. So, are you familiar with Satriani?
Yes.
All right,
Oh,
so
love Satch.
he did Satch Boogie, The Extremist,
Oh, yeah.
Starry Night, Midnight,
Wow.
The Mystical Potato
I
Head
knew you'd
Groove
like. I
Thing,
knew you'd like that one, dude.
which came out after Surfing with the Aliens.
After
So
Surfing
why
with
did he
the
not
Aliens.
include Surfing with the Aliens in the G3 song?
Oh,
Because
well,
I think they only had an hour apiece.
I was
It's a
gonna
3-hour
say,
thing.
they
and
got-
Why would you not play your most favorite fucking song?
that's
Well,
what he thought is
Or your
famous.
famous song? Your
Well,
most famous
it
song.
was the most famous song.
There ain't
but
nothing.
it
There
wasn't
ain't nothing bad on there.
One of the better songs, in all honesty.
Actually, I like the album after it, Flying in a Blue Dream.
Well, I know
Without
Blue
question.
Dream.
Favorite
Beautiful,
Satriani
man.
album.
Beautiful.
His
But-
singing is great on it, and I think he should do more.
You notice
I'm
I
not
gotta
gonna go with a great thing,
It
but
is.
his singing
It's
was good. Come on,
the telephone
man.
song
Give me
is
a break.
fucking awesome.
No, he's good.
You notice
There's
I have a
difference between
theme.
great.
Yeah.
You notice I have a
All right.
theme that everything I
And
have
this
is live.
This is coming from a
Yeah.
solo guitar player who sings all right.
There's some bands.
Yeah.
that
Okay,
don't
so
sound
I'm
good
giving
live,
Joe,
you know?
great
That's-
guitar player.
There's some bands I hate their
Good
studio
singer.
albums, and I will only
Yeah,
listen
yeah,
to
it's
their
good singer, not
All
great.
right.
You're right. I
Fair
will
enough.
concede to that.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
look all through.
All right,
'Cause
so
I'm a
what about
Satch
you?
fan. Oh, the third?
What is your
Ah,
third favorite
Jesus,
album?
Ted Nugent live,
Ted Nugent.
and that's the
Gonzo.
Gonzo, 1979.
Wow. I see. I don't know why.
I watched him swing off.
I never got into
off the
Ted.
PA system in nothing but a friggin'
Loincloth,
loincloth and
yes.
a monster guitar.
With a
and he,
raccoon
he
tail on his
dropped
ass.
Off,
He
he
hasn't
dropped
changed a
off.
bit.
Not one iota.
He dropped off on the stage, and this was a Syracuse War Memorial. Dropped off on the stage and started wang dang sweet poon tang. I was like, whoa, can I do that? And now I
We-
can do that shit.
We play Stranglehold,
Yes, we do.
and let me tell you something about this cat.
Don't.
No, I'm not gonna blow your dress up.
Please.
But
I did
man,
okay.
it's a fun song to play with him because he does it his way. And sometimes I'll be playing the drums, and he's like, and I'm like, okay, wait, where were we?
That fucking musician.
Yeah, no, that's.
Bookum, bookum,
You know what?
bookum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right after the bookum, 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 that's where that other part comes in.
Google that. Anybody that wants to learn how to play the drums or what I just said, poke me on MySpace, and
I'll turn you on to
You
somebody
know what?
else.
I'll tell you what throws me off about Nugent is when he goes into the fast talking Ted Nugent thing, and you're just like, dude, stop.
And he gets political and
Think
irate
about what
and
you're
stuff,
saying
but-
before you continue to sound like a dumbass.
In all honesty,
You know.
it wasn't so much a music with me. with Ted.
As it was
and
his,
that's why it's
his
3.
energy?
It was his show.
All right, here's the thing. I
Without
have not
question.
looked it up yet. But back in the day, Stranglehold, I'm pretty sure is Marco Mendoza is the singer and the bass player for that one.
Absolutely.
Now,
Ted did not sing that
Marco
song. He played it.
Mendoza is now in the
That
band
was with
called
the Amboy Dukes.
Yes, he was in the Amboy Dukes, and now
Okay, brain ain't so dumb.
but now he's Marco Mendoza is in the Dead Daisies with John Corabi. I think it's the same guy because there is a Mark Mendoza who was a bass player in Twisted Sister, so it's a little bit, you know.
I wish I
confusing.
could tell you the guitar player that he used, and he used them for years. Ted Nugent, I'm talking about.
Had another guitar player.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I
Where
just
you
it was
think
never
that-
a big
where you
fan.
think-
Rhythm.
You know what? Not just rhythm, bud. Trust me. Where you think half of those leads, solo, the double leads came from?
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it wasn't from Ted doing it all by himself
No,
on
not
the
the live
stage,
shit,
right?
the live Gonzo.
This kid,
or-
and I consider him a kid at the time. Now, when I seen Ted, it wasn't that '79 tour. He did the redid the, and did the whole thing, and he had this guy, and I wish I could remember his name. I don't think he went anywhere. He
78
was-
California Jam. That was a
79.
good gig.
But this kid was playing stuff that you didn't see because it was about Ted. Now, in all honesty.
Yeah, yeah.
Every
So-
Ted Nugent show
so-
was
It's about
about
Ted.
Ted.
Yes.
That's it.
So every
Absolutely.
solo that you see Ted singing, the guy back in the dark that you can't see, he's playing that solo.
Oh yeah.
And then finally, after 4 or 5 years, Ted had him come a little closer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he did a lot of work for Ted. Ted's not.
Well, that's
just
like
a-
Aerosmith. Aerosmith has a ghost keyboard singer
Waiting for that
Exactly.
in the back.
So, but that was my third, and it's because all about the show.
Yeah.
I mean, the show was incredible.
When did I see Ted? I saw Ted and Alice. I think Alice Cooper.
You
Jones
got
Beach.
the chance to see the both of them
It was a,
together.
well.
I've seen him.
I have
About 10
issues with
times.
Cooper at this point because for the last 20 years it's it's a tired kind
Well,
of.
it is tired, but
I feel like
Boy,
I'm going
back
to
in-
a sideshow instead of a.
oh, so it was way after Alice.
yeah.
It was when he got older.
When he got older.
Well, I seen him.
You said
81.
Alice Cooper and Ted?
Alice Cooper and Ted.
I
Jones
seen
Beach.
Alice.
I would have walked away from there.
on 81.
Yeah, not talking to anybody
and I
for a
thought,
week.
and again, I
No,
thought,
yeah, this
I
was
thought
in the
the mu- I thought the
2000s,
music
so-
was
I was
terrible.
never a fan of his.
I gave him a magazine
I thought
with
his
Hard
voice
Live
was
out.
okay,
Alice Cooper's going to
but
be
the
at the
show
King
was
Center.
incredible.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he'll
You know
tell
what
you.
I'm saying? I look a lot at the theater.
I will go now because Nina Hartley is his guitar player and she's fucking hot.
Oh, she is hot.
Oh my
and
God.
excellent.
For Alice?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I just told him.
She was in the
Everybody
Iron
was talking at
Maidens.
the same time. I gave you that Brevard Live.
Yeah.
When we get off camera or whatever,
I have it
it'll
at
tell
home.
you it's King Center, Melbourne,
Yeah, I've been there.
and it's coming up.
Cooper!
It's coming up.
Oh,
Oh, he
yeah.
does the whole show.
She's
I know,
incredible.
With
I've
the
seen it.
guillotine and everything.
I've seen it a few times.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
saw him
but I
at
mean,
Red
at the
Beach
King
playing,
Center
I
in
saw him
Melbourne.
with a bunch
So
of different
I
guys.
guess I just gave Alice Cooper a commercial.
So what's your third?
My
Bro?
third. Well, I think I'm only going to end up with 4. What the one number 1 is not here with me, so I'm going to go with
Okay.
Prince, "Purple Rain," as my number.
Love
3.
it. Love it.
I love this record because it was like my '80s Sly Stone reinvented because it was like a R&B rock album.
Crossed a lot of genres.
It really did.
I got
It was a lot.
I got about
Oh, yeah,
6
he did.
Prince
Absolutely.
albums, but I watched that movie.
He was one of the
Right?
one
and the
Yeah.
movie moved me.
Right.
that's when
I
I
finally
watch it now and it's very cheesy, but
It is cheesy.
back then, yeah.
But
I'll
I'll
tell
tell
you-
you what, when they do Purple Rain at the end,
Oh yeah.
Well,
it'll bring a
I
tear.
love
It'll
the
bring a
whole
tear to you, man.
Morris Day.
When I
in
first-
there,
Sometimes.
Oh
shit,
yeah,
dude, it was great.
That
When I-
goes back to the roller skating again.
Yeah,
When I first
absolutely.
seen
No,
Prince,
no, no.
I had no appreciation for him at all.
Right.
Because again, I was closed-minded. I watched, due to my ex-wife, I watched Purple Rain with her, and just like you said, probably halfway through it, I went, "Wow,
Man, your albums are in good
It's something else.
condition too.
And you know what
man.
blows my
This is a
mind?
reprint.
You're
It's
killing
just a month ago, I finally watched his documentary. Let me tell you something. I have a huge respect
You
for
have
this
to.
man. Oh my
Dude, he
God.
played 13
He's a pioneer.
instruments
And the shit
He
that he
was-
master
and the
level.
shit that he went through.
No, he was a
while he
pioneer,
had
man.
to do it. He could play anything. I mean, you give him an instrument he never seen before, give him a day. And he play
A
it.
day, give him an hour.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gained a lot of respect. Not that I
It's
like
hard to
his
read the
music
shit off the
whatsoever,
back,
but I,
Yeah.
you know,
Buy
as
some
you
glasses.
get older, you start to learn how to respect artists,
Let's Go
whether you
Crazy.
like their music or not.
And fucking Darling Nikki were great.
Absolutely,
Great songs.
Great songs.
I met a girl named Nikki.
Please don't sing. And don't
And
get
then,
that's
of
a
course,
drummer.
I
I
can't even
think-
believe he brought the album out.
the whole side too was pretty much hits. You had When Doves Cry, I Would Die for You, Baby I'm a Star, which was not a hit.
Doves
hit,
Cry. Doves Cry was.
and Purple Rain.
Almost
one will-
everything he did.
Yeah, that one
went
will.
big.
Actually, my line 6 has a Purple Rain patch in it already.
Does it
still,
really?
so-
I'm just looking,
You're so
going,
gay.
no, come on, make sure you put it in there once.
No, dude, listen, man. This album for me opened my eyes to. I didn't even know there was a
Jesus
fucking poster in there.
Christ.
It opened my eyes to like the R&B.
Well, that's the
That
thing.
I wasn't listening
and
to,
I think that's
you know?
probably what got me, because I mean R&B is like, you know, my dad played country. I played country with him. He dabbled in bluegrass. Love playing bluegrass. That's just way fun.
I would
But,
have to say though, there'd be no Prince without Michael Jackson.
And guess what? There would
Oh.
be no. Hold on.
I don't think there'd
I
be
know
no
a little
Michael
bit
Jackson.
more. I know. No.
Go ahead, say what you're gonna.
I know a little bit more about Prince than you might think. I'm dumb. Remember that. He wrote songs for everybody.
Absolutely.
yeah.
Everybody knows that
With the
now.
Bangles, "Walk Like an Egyptian."
Yeah,
he wrote
he
that.
wrote that.
He wrote country songs for artists. He wrote rhythm and blues songs
He's
for
the only artist. If I
and
didn't say
I'm
this
gonna
before,
start
to be
messing up like
refused
Mary
by
J.
Weird Al.
Blige. He
Or Weird Al refused. No, he refused Weird
He
Al.
refused
But guess what?
Weird Al to
He did
use
it
one
anyway?
of his songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did "Beat It."
Absolutely.
No, that's
And Weird
Michael
Al
Jackson.
did "Eat It."
That's Michael
No, that's
Jackson.
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
I'm
Where
talking
you going?
Prince.
We're talking Prince.
All right, so Star Wars.
I'm gonna hit the
All right.
can.
Yeah. All right. God bless him.
On behalf
you
of
know
the,
what?
on
We're
behalf
gonna
of the
take a
project, I'm
5-minute
sorry
break.
about my drummer.
We're gonna take a 5-10 minute break, and then we are gonna wrap this up with part 3 and the last 2 of our top 5 albums. Stick around.
Okay. And he looks at me shaking his head.
No.
Yeah.
Life sucks and you wake up the next day. Then it sucks all over again. Let's face it.
There's definitely days and weeks like
Sounds
that.
like a George
Yeah,
Carlin
well,
joke.
I wrote this in 2010.
Yeah.
It-
No,
it-
his
a
lyrics are
sucky
dark,
moment
man.
in
Dark.
my life. You know, I wrote like 3 in a row in 3 days.
I write songs and they go,
push a little daisies and make a bow.
We are back with
Oh, we're
part
back.
3.
Here we are
Part
talking.
3.
Jesus.
So we're
We
gonna
just talked
divide
for
this
like
up
shit.
Welcome to
every
divide.
Tuesday into 3 sections so the old men can go to the bathroom.
I could get a bucket, man. You know, it wouldn't be the first time.
Nobody wants to see your worm whipped out on
Well,
camera.
it wouldn't matter.
Well, this time I threw my diaper on, so I'm good for the next half hour.
You know what? Now I'm gonna rip into the
All right.
dessert beer.
Here we
so
go.
we're gonna go chocolate. This is Young's
Oh,
double
I
chocolate
can't wait
stout.
to. I can't wait to
All
see
right,
you
what'd you
take a
give the
sip of
last
this.
beer?
That was Purple Haze.
Yeah, and what'd you give it as
That gets a 5.
No, he likes
That's
that
a
one.
five.
He's that
No
one.
kidding.
Okay, chocolate. What? Chocolate
Chocolate.
mousse.
It's double chocolate stout.
It's usually
Oh,
those
no,
are
I already can tell
stronger
you.
Than
It's a malt
5%.
beverage.
Do not give this to your
5.2%.
children.
Okay.
Do not
Those
give
that-
this to your
the
children,
stouts.
kids.
Moment of silent
It
prayer
does
here.
not have a chocolatey smell.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that tastes like shit.
I knew it. Anything that
So you
says
mind if I get a taste?
All right.
Can I get a taste?
Absolutely.
Let me get a shot
been a
of that.
beer drinker
Now,
for 40 years.
I-
Anything that
I never
says
do this.
chocolate
Ugh.
and beer at the same time is not going to be a good thing.
Oh, jeez.
All right, pass that around.
Oh, you got
Really, you gotta fucking try
you
it.
gotta
It's-
taste
You're not gonna like
it's
this.
that bad, bro.
You love that. It's,
Oh, that's
this
gross.
tastes
Oh!
like shit. Here, you gotta try it.
Oh.
God, this.
Good thing I didn't
smell it, man.
There is, it's not even a chocolate anything.
not
It's
even
like
chocolate.
Good thing I didn't
No.
step
It's
in
more
it.
like a,
Oh man.
what is it, licorice?
I'm gonna tell you right now. This is.
Ugh.
Oh my god, the smell is like a cross between
Have you tasted it
Robitussin and a Snickers.
Do not
bar.
buy chocolate beer.
Did you
ever.
taste it?
No, I'm not drinking that.
All right,
Chicken shit?
I will not.
There,
You
there
gonna
is
try?
one that you'll like, and it's called creme brulee, and I can't remember who makes
Oh,
it,
that is awful.
but
Right?
that one
Yeah.
is good.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyone got a spare? No, it's all right. I'm good. Man.
I do.
I didn't.
You want?
Yeah. You sure you can spare it? All right.
Oh, that's a natty light.
How long we got? Yeah, I got it, man. Hey, when you drink that, you're gonna think it's the best beer in the world.
Wow. All right. So
Yeah.
the loser of the evening.
0 points.
The loser of the evening is double chocolate stout by
It
Young.
sucks.
Oh. And the banana bread wasn't that much better. So
That wouldn't even be good in the morning.
They didn't have the blueberry ale, which is what I was looking for, of course.
Wow, that's awful.
You know what? Blueberry
I can't-
anything is good.
So we're
can't
down
believe
to
it.
So,
your
guess what?
top two.
Okay.
Top two albums
Natural
of
light.
all fucking
Gas.
time. Number two, go.
Number two.
It's gonna have a hardcore punk feel to it. I feel it.
No, actually, it doesn't. It was Metallica and Justice for All.
No way.
And Justice for All
Yeah.
out of the Metallica's catalog.
You know what? It
God, I'd say
I got-
everything.
It's a time frame.
It was another. You know,
Everything
I basically
Metallica, but-
avoided, metal bands and stuff like that, being in the punk scene
Right.
and shit like that. So I mean, it's like, I didn't wear the, the leather jacket and all that other shit.
Right.
It was the bands and
Or the
Right.
fucking
Yeah.
jean jacket with the patches all
yeah,
over the
yeah,
back.
I mean,
and-
that was it was a different crowd. It was a different music, and it actually was like part of
Ugh.
your persona. Because I mean, it's
Absolutely.
like you
Yes.
were a clique in this kind of music, or the way you dressed, or
Ugh.
whatever.
Right? Why'd you try it? It's fucking. I told you it sucked.
Jeez.
Go ahead.
But I mean,
You're
it
gonna
was
go
just
puke over there.
so.
Oh my God.
Now you know why we gotta have a dumb guy around.
Here,
Two
try
people told him it was fucking terrible.
Here, try this, Mikey.
And 10 minutes later,
sucks.
he's
I
like,
just no. Sorry to.
No, it's all right.
All right, I just put a little bit on my tongue.
Ew. You actually tongued it?
Does anybody ever had chocolate cake mixed with cyanide?
oh my god.
No, there's poison in it.
Anyway,
All right, back to Tom.
I know. Sorry, my bad.
I'm tearing up over here.
Number
That's the
two.
best part about these conversations. Is you can
It's
go
the
off on a
laughter.
tangent
Yes.
and discover a whole new episode or
Yes.
something later.
It was it say retard or rehab?
Oh yeah. I can make whatever one you want.
Anyway,
All right, come on. We're
All right.
taking up Tom's time.
No, it's all right. I mean, it was another
Wow.
transition band, because I knew who they were, and I didn't really get into their music. And when and Justice for All came out, you start listening to it, and the song Blackened comes on, and
Yes.
it's like, fuck, this has got a lot of the energy, and I love energy in music.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
I just wish they fucking remix it to put the bass back in it.
Well,
Well,
it was a good transition band.
I got to
and
be
that's-
with you there because I wasn't much of a Metallica fan at all
Yeah.
until I heard that album.
Okay.
Yep.
That's-
All right, so I'm gonna relate my little story because I like to talk and
Yeah, you do.
I relate
talk.
to
You're
every. I
vocalist.
do like to talk. So the story that I get for Injustice for All was, I think I just came out of rehab, and I had a friend.
For the ninth time.
Only once. I went when I was 17 to 19. Anyway.
That's a long stint. dude.
Yeah, I had a problem when I was a kid. I had a
Well, I'll
bad.
tell you what. If you drank this when you were a kid, you'd have never had a problem.
You're damn straight. It wasn't a drinking
Wow.
problem. It was a kind of a problem.
Right.
But I'm 30-something years not
Old?
using, so.
Hey, man.
Shit. Hell yeah.
All right. So anyway,
Come on, yeah,
one
we
of the
gotta
girls
let
that I
everybody-
went to rehab with, her dad was one of the lighting rig guys at Madison Square Garden or Nassau Coliseum. No, Madison Square Garden. They played the Garden. He gave me he got a shirt because what Metallica would do is they give all the local guys a shirt that said local crew.
Absolutely.
So it said local crew on it, and then it had the Statue of Liberty from the album cover
Yep.
Right?
as the picture. And it was just over the left breast. So it was a plain black shirt with a local crew and the Statue of Liberty on there. I was the only guy in high school with a car. So I piled, all my friends went to this concert at the Coliseum in it was Nassau Coliseum in Long Island. And I don't know what it was like here or, you know, where you guys were, but there were always guys in the parking lot selling knockoff T-shirts.
Always.
$10
everywhere.
T-shirts, $10, you know, and
It's
it would
here.
be the same exact T-shirts as were inside.
They're like $35 inside and $10 outside.
Yeah. So I got this bright idea. We were tailgating. We're hanging out. There's hundreds of people hanging out, and these guys walking around. And here I am with a local crew shirt on. So I get this bright idea because I have this giant brass set of balls that I will just do anything half the time. I walk up to the guy, and I go,
That
listen.
comes with being 6'9".
I go, I work for Metallica, and you've got two choices.
You hand over the shirts.
No. I actually was cool to the guy. I go,
Here's my trunk. Put him in my trunk.
you can either give me half
Okay.
of the
Well,
T-shirts that
close.
you have. I didn't want to fuck the guy. I wanted him to at least make some.
So let me
money.
guess, you went home with like 50 shirts?
I was giving T-shirts away to everyone.
Everyone.
Man.
Because they're
Everyone.
free.
There were 12 people in my car. Everyone got a T-shirt. Everyone hanging around us got a T-shirt.
Everyone
Because
got 3 T-shirts.
I told the guy, I'm like, you got a choice. Either I could walk you into security and you're going away, or you can give me half of what you got and I'll pretend I never saw you.
Obviously, you didn't look like that.
So, dude, if you're out there, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
You made me a very popular guy for a really long time. Just off, and
What was
Jason,
that, 2 hours?
Jason Newstead, by the way, lives right
Lawsuit
down here
pending.
Yeah.
in West Palm Beach, Jensen area. So
That's funny.
Yep,
That's
Jupiter.
funny. What a
Jupiter.
great
Jupiter,
album. I didn't,
yeah.
you know, I got to be honest with you.
it's a great
that
album.
probably would have been my 5th out of. I
Yeah.
totally forgot about
These are
that
hard to
album.
pick.
It's
man.
Metallica's
This was
first
We
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
actually like do a whole show on one album.
And I
You
totally
could.
forgot
Yeah,
about it.
man.
Like I said, for years, I mean, I thought,
The
wow,
attention
they're very
span
cool,
of
but they're
the
so,
four of us.
everything's long. And then I listened to them when that came out. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
these guys are freaking good.
And there was like
that
6,
one's got
8, 10,
my
10
very
minute
favorite.
songs.
Oh no, maybe it's not on that one. Of Wolf and Man, I think that's on the Black album, which is my favorite Metallica song. I don't know why.
Yeah, no,
But-
well, the guitar was.
But the Injustice for it's
Crazy.
funny that you
I'm
even say
prepared.
that too because
All right.
Nice for
Next.
a change. At the end of the show, you finally are preparing for
Yeah, no shit.
so wait,
All right.
do you have your number 2?
Tom Sargent, everybody.
You got your number 2? I like his number 3, by the way.
I like his number 3.
The numbers don't matter.
No,
all
yes,
right,
they
so-
do. That's the point.
But you only have 2 more. So what do you
Yeah.
got for us?
I just
What are you
want to
hiding?
change my life. Are you gonna
Did
What are
hear
you
them all-
hiding?
Did you hear
What are
them
you
all
hiding?
settle
clapping?
Hey, what happened to
down?
you?
Did you hear them all clapping behind us?
Thank you.
They're
No,
happy you're
for me.
prepared too.
Yeah.
That's
I
because
know,
you have a
that's-
That's
Sinatra
because
album,
somebody
yeah.
won bingo.
All right. Rush. Every album by Rush
That would be a
changed
stage.
my life. All right. Hey, go on a pool. All right. Here's one of the reasons.
Of course. What the fuck do you need all of that percussion shit for? All you're doing is turning from one section to the other, playing the
Okay,
same
so
exact fucking
he
drum
uses
that was
every
over
fucking-
here.
Why do you need 6 strings on a guitar? This is a $1.5 million drum set.
Yes.
Okay.
Every
That's why you
single
picked it
piece
up.
of hardware is gold
I'm not
plated.
a Rush fan.
Well, okay, you know.
I can
I'll
tolerate
make it short.
You're gonna hate me.
Every single, right down to the bass pedal chains are 24 karat gold.
That's a bit.
Every
much.
year he gets a brand new drum set,
What's that do
but
with the
that
music?
has nothing to do.
Is he a pro player still?
No.
No.
he makes his
DW,
own.
he owns
Oh, DW.
DW and I Paragon Factory. But anyway, R30, I went to that, their 30 year. They played for 5 hours.
Wow.
Every time they went, thank you, good night. I'm like getting drunker and drunker. I'm ready to go. And then
You hear that point?
they
I'm not the only one to call it.
played.
Hey, don't say that. That's
They
not
played,
right. They said throw the non-Rush fan into the pool.
Might happen. Might happen.
That's funny, really? Oh, that's good.
Because every drummer out there that's listening to me right now, like,
All right, listen.
I'm just gonna say, if you
my
haven't learned
favorite Rush
anything
album?
from Neil Peart,
It's Presto.
Oh, it's my turn.
That's my favorite Rush album
really,
because it's more pop oriented. But
Did this just start doing that
and
on its own?
for what the fuck? See, that's
okay,
why
that's a no. Wait,
that's
wait.
why it was so bad.
No, that's
Listen, never drink this stuff.
That's a sign.
Wait a
Put a
minute.
cigarette in there.
Wait a
There's-
minute. You know what's
Oh,
happening?
that was-
It's
There's
coming up
sulfur,
out of me
there's-
too.
All right.
You're having a chemical reaction.
So
It
this
might
is where
taste
I
better
lost
now.
my respect for Rush.
Yeah.
All right. Both for Presto and Roll the Bones. I went to
lost
both
respect.
concerts, and they were using
That's when
backing tracks.
Yes, that's when I lost.
And
respect.
I'm like, come on, dude. Like, I can't. If you can't fucking do it live,
no, I agree.
don't put it on the fucking
I
album.
agree 100%.
That was my philosophy.
You know what?
You could throw me in the pool after
Now-
that one. That's
No,
fine.
he's going in the pool.
Right?
2112.
Oh,
Hemisphere.
hey!
Spirit of
Oh, I like the early stuff.
Exit
Temple of the
Stage Left.
Sphinx,
yeah.
You know, Working
Man.
Man.
Okay, the reason I had to bring that up, and there's a lot of people that are watching that know me, are gonna go, that will change the way you play drums. Because all of a sudden, I'm in my house putting a record on, going, I gotta keep up with this shit, right?
Yeah.
And I'm going, you know what?
Polyrhythms.
I need to learn not to play a straight beat, like
For
a
those of you
Creedence.
that are not drummers, a polyrhythm is poly is 4. That's doing 4 different rhythms with
At the
one
same
rhythm
time.
with one hand, one rhythm with this hand, one rhythm with this
Yep.
foot, and another rhythm with this foot, all at the same time. Which, fuck that.
So at
dude.
10 years old,
I can barely walk and
for
chew
10
gum.
years old, for me, and I didn't know music theory composition before I went to college.
I still don't.
I
just
would
play.
sit there. I would sit there and play hemispheres over and over, 2112, and I get it wrong. I'd bat the record, bag it up again, try over, try over.
Those days when you're learning.
So anyway, it was my
You know what's
influence.
kind of weird too is that you could, when you ask drummers, there's a generations, there's like a generation jump where you go, all right, who's your favorite drummer? John Bonham. Who's your favorite drummer? Neil Peart. You know, like you jump from the 60s guys who were influenced
To the
by the
90s.
60s shit to the guys who were more influenced to the 70s and 80s stuff, which are the Neil Peart guys, you know.
Kansas,
I don't know
ELO.
I don't know the boy's name from Five Finger Death Punch, but he can play the drums, man.
His name's Punch.
Is that his name?
You know who's really
You
impressive
mother-
is I brought this up last Tuesday is the one thing that drew me in was the drummer from Volbeat.
Oh my
Volbeat,
God!
yep.
The
Oh
guy
my
is
God.
like holy
Well, that's
shit,
incredible.
amazing.
Incredible band, and not only that, talk about. We always like some. I like the weird voices.
Me too.
That boy's got
Dude,
a
I love
strange
Volbeat.
voice.
I had
Love
dude.
it.
I was working in a warehouse here last year, and one of the guys, the younger guy, is like in his 30s, turned me on to them, and I hadn't heard him before. I heard the name because, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I could have sworn that Scott Ian had something to do with Volbeat, which the guitar player from Anthrax,
Anthrax,
the little
yeah.
short
No,
guy.
absolutely. I believe he did. I believe he.
But
he's a guitar player.
the other guitar player, his name, I don't know what the hell his name is. I want to say it's
Well, he's incredible.
Warren
I
something.
can tell you that.
He's actually in Volbeat. He was in Anthrax. the
Warren
second-
Crook.
Right. Fucking dude, they're great. The melodies are so singer-songwriting.
They're
like,
so.
reminds me of 50s hillbilly shit. Like
You know what? It's funny. It reminds me
Metal
of.
50s hillbilly
It
stuff.
reminds
Yeah.
me more of a methodic,
All right,
the
it
Night
was-
Age.
this is
during
what
the
I
nights.
this is what I picture, right? If I were to describe Volpe, I would say it was the Brian Setzer Orchestra,
On acid.
written by Metallica,
Played by Steve Vai.
with the vocals of Elvis almost, because this is kind of what it sounds like.
Okay, yeah, he's kind of
It's kind of got a very Elvis-y type of feel to it. All right, but anyway, we're getting off point. So we had Injustice for All and Rush.
All right,
Yours.
I'm gonna give you my second two. Period, and it's the same band. The second one, All the World's Stage, Rush.
Okay.
The first one, 2112. Now, I'm going to give you the difference and tell you why I chose 2112 over All the World's a Stage. Now, All the World's a Stage.
Warren can
They
go
still
in the
played
pool.
the whole
Neither one of you guys
2112
picked Moving Pictures?
one side.
Oh yeah.
I was turned off with that.
Really?
I can't pick a favorite Rush
Because
album.
there was too much
I
keyboard.
just had to do that
Alright.
for the drum set, man.
Anyway,
But
as I was saying, All the World's a Stage gave me all of the beautiful shit they came out with at first. Fly By Night.
live.
The anthem.
Fly by night
2112.
away
By
from
Torn the
Bah!
Skirt on. But
It is a good album.
here's the reason I went to number one for 2112. The absolute, they were so desperate. Let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
In 1976, you listen to me.
I know what
I'll
you're
tell
gonna
you
say.
exactly. Really? I'll bet you don't. In 1976, when they come up with this album, the album before that, Caressive Steel, absolutely failed. They
I
were
loved
about to
it.
get dropped by Mercury
Right.
Records. Now they did the album Caressive Steel under Anthem Records, but that was their thing. Mercury was the big guns, right? Well, the concerts, the just everything fell awful. They were making $125 a week.
Wow.
Each band member now. Each band member.
76
So
though, that was like
in
1,000.
in
you know.
1975,
I was just gonna say, we're making
basically.
that now,
So
bro.
they come up with this other idea, and their producer, what was his name? Robert somebody. I had it in my head until he blew my
okay.
head.
Well, if
away.
you read
Anyway,
the
let me-
inside of some of those fucking
Yeah.
albums, you might know.
Anyway, he talked Mercury into, well, I did, and I left my paperwork at home, so shut the fuck up.
I brought-
Anyway,
Who comes unprepared?
he talked to Mercury.
Dumb guy brought everything.
Into just letting him do one more. And they come up with 2112.
Okay.
And it became a huge hit. It was all about Neil Peart and Alex Lifeson writing this.
Well,
this
Neil Peart
Space
wrote
Odyssey.
all the
All the
lyrics
lyrics.
to every Rush
Yeah.
song.
Unbelievable. And that's what brought me more into 2112 than All the World's a Stage. All the World's Stage had all of their great songs from younger.
Right.
And then, of course, 2112 turned me on to instrumental. That's what it was. It was like every
You-
other song I've ever heard was always had vocals behind it constantly.
What was great about
Where-
that is the whole side of the album was one song.
That's what I'm
one
talking about.
continuous
Well,
song.
That's
exactly.
what I miss in music.
Concept. They
Was-
call
I
it the
miss
concept
that.
area.
Well,
era.
No,
forget the
it's telling the
concept
story.
area. Don't you remember? Well, I can remember even recording my own discs, CDs. How important the order of the song selection was.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Hugely.
there was
important.
not only did you create a mood, but you created a story, or you created there was a purpose behind the order of the songs.
Absolutely.
Where when you got an album, that was part of the joy of the album was the artwork, reading the
The
inside, the outside, the knowing everybody who did it, then going from track to track, and not only was there track to the space in between track to track was different. So if whoever was mastering it decided that it would give more drama to put more space from one song to the next,
Right.
or to make the song go right into the next tune or
See,
whatever.
that's what enhanced
There
me
was an
about
art form
2112
towards
is
it.
it
Absolutely
never
not.
stopped. There was no go to the next song, go to the next
Yeah.
song. It was 9 songs, 2112, right?
7.
Okay, and nonstop. Now let me ask you this. I know you guys ain't Rush guys. What song do you think took Rush to the top? I already know what it is, but I want to.
It's Working Man.
Ah, Spirited Radio. Oh, absolutely.
I mean,
It was the only one played on the radio
on
forever.
the radio, the first song that took
Spirit
Rush
of the radio.
to the roof, Tom Sawyer.
Disagree. Sorry. That Spirit of the Radio started.
Who
before
gave them their first
Tom
break?
Sawyer. Well, that I don't know.
Gene Simmons and Kiss.
But you know what? I didn't know that.
Yes, they took
That
them out on
damn
their
Gene
first
Simmons
American
keeps
tour.
That's when they
Tone up.
blew Kiss away in concert. Yeah, I remember.
So guess
Yeah.
what? Gene Simmons probably made more money off them than they did.
Yeah, I
Gene
don't
Simmons
think
made
so.
money off of fucking everybody, dude. The guy, we call him an asshole, but he's a smart asshole.
Hey, you know what he is?
He's a businessman.
He's a merch guy.
So, my number 2,
Oh, here we
alright,
go.
came out in 1990.
I already can see it from here.
Was
And you
recorded
ain't even
in-
opened it up.
Yes,
Oh,
it's open. This is a reprint.
Black.
1989, The Black Crowes, Shake Your Money Man.
Oh, without question.
How many songs we played on there?
Probably all of them.
We do too. We do too.
I'll tell you, dude, I remember I had a knack at one point in my life where I guess it was not as much of a knack as I think it was. But I used to be able to, when they do like those introduction videos where they'd only play it once on MTV,
Exactly.
and then you'd never hear from them again. I watch those shows and I'd be like, dude, that band is going to be huge. Give it a year. I turn to my ex-wife and I'd be like, that band's going to be fucking huge.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the video for
Hard to Handle.
Hard to
on that.
Handle.
Hard to
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was like, these are the Rolling Stones my age.
That's what I was thinking the first
You know,
time
and
I
I'm
seen them.
like,
Pretty good.
I'll give him that. I was never a huge fan, but
I was a
I'll give him
metal
that.
kid.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's-
these
But when you heard that
guys,
song on the radio,
single-handedly, this
you're not-
album
you know, you're
changed
shaking your
my
head and everything,
views
yeah.
on music.
Made you
And I-
look at other music.
Dude, I was
Listen
like,
to other music.
when I found out that Hard to Handle was not their tune, I had to go back and hear what
I
the
didn't know
original sounded like.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did it first?
I think it's Otis Redding.
Yes.
I think it's Otis Redding.
I think you're right.
I'll tell you in a
And let me
second.
tell you something. These guys, they are so much fun.
Yeah, Otis Redding.
They are so much fun to play. Hard to Handle is so much fun to play. There's not a lot of intricate leads. but
Well,
it's
what
just
kills me is there's
that.
100 other
You wanna
songs on here
dance
and
like-
everybody plays the one.
Yeah.
Jealous Again is a great tune.
Love Jealous
Talks to
Again. Love the
Angels,
whole
I
thing.
hear a lot
Yeah, I do that
from
one.
bands. But like my favorite song on here, Seeing Things for the First Time.
Without question, a
Like-
great song. Very difficult to pull off.
The first time I heard it, I was like, this is a gospel tune.
Yes, it is.
And I'm like, holy shit. Like, I would never think I'd like gospel music. Like, my life was Sabotage
You
and
think Creed was?
Metallica and Megadeth and stuff like that.
Once again, you don't listen to everything.
And then I'm like, damn, no, it's... But there's something about that R&B gospel-y bluesy thing.
that's what I'm saying.
You know what they
They're
were like
they're more- they're
Rolling
more-
Stones and all. They were raw,
Raw.
Raw is a
and there
perfect
was
way of-
no
Well, these guys-
processing, or it was like right in
I
your
would have
face.
never got into Joe Cocker.
That album, if
Me
you
either.
listen
It
to
wasn't
it,
for the Black
if you
Crowes.
listen to
Really?
that,
Yeah.
they
Oh, I
play
love
it.
Joe
It
Cocker
sounds
from the
like they're
start.
playing it live, even though it's in the studio. It's like, well, let's just walk in the studio and hammer this out.
Oh, you know what it
I
is?
played
It's really
with
fun
Rich,
music.
the guitar player. He at one of the times the Black Crowes broke up, he put his own project together, and I forget what the hell the name of the band was. It was some weird ass. Had some weird
The
ass.
Richard
fucking
Warren
name.
show.
No. I opened for them. Soul Shake opened for
That was
them
an inside jab.
at his club on Long Island, and we knew that they weren't going to play any Black Crowes tunes. And I was a dick. Like, I had an ego.
No.
Yeah, dude, I did.
I can't
Seriously?
imagine.
Well, when we played with Vince Neil, we played John Corabi Motley Crue tune in our set just to piss Vince off. And then when we played with these guys, I knew they weren't playing Black Crowes, so we did Talks to Angels, and we brought the fucking house down because everyone that was there wanted to hear
Talks
a
to
Black
Angels.
Crowes tune.
Great song. That's a great.
And he refused to play it, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play it. I got called every name in the book by his management company.
I'm sure you
afterwards,
did.
but it was a great gig because it's a great tune. You know,
Great
there's
tune.
not a bad song on this whole album.
Not a
Is it?
single one.
I
Not one single.
Wikipedia'd it before I came down because I wanted to see like if there was any weird facts about it. There's a couple of things in its history. It's a Rick Rubin album, right? And it was produced by George Drocolis is his name. and I was playing at this club.
I commend you for getting that name right.
Yeah, it's a hard name. He's a Greek. He worked for Rick Rubin, and he produced a lot of the stuff. There was a band that came out called the Freewheelers that were very, very similar to the Black Crowes. They never made anything. They had one major label album on Def Jam.
Right.
And I opened for them in New York playing, and they were fucking great. The name of the album was Waiting for George, and I was like, why would you
Waiting for George?
Why would you
That's
name your
funny.
album Waiting for George?
Who George?
This George
Oh.
Dracoulis, right? And it was because
I love
they were
that.
waiting for him to finish
I'm going
producing
in
the
the
album
pool,
for
man.
him, and
So
that's
they
why they
could-
came
yeah.
up with the name. And I'm
Oh,
like,
that's
that's
funny.
really cool. But
Wow.
I love this band, dude. The next band, Southern Harmony, and whatever the hell. Oh,
Maybe next time we play
Remedy
at Steve
comes
Milligan's plug.
Speaking, I tried to get Milligan to do.
me and
Remedy.
him, we know Talk to Angels.
Do you? Well, it's. I'd rather do something else. I have a cover version on my Soul Shake page that I did Seeing Things for the First Time. I did my own version of this. So, but you need keyboards.
Need
You
Well,
need
okay,
and
so
they have
you got
to be
that.
good.
Yes.
They can't
No.
fake it. It can't be.
Yeah, at Steve Milligan's, you got the 90-mile-an-hour dude, Dave Hip, and he'll play it probably without
You
ever.
better be liking and sharing this
Yeah,
shit.
Better
and
be.
you know what? I'm giving
If
props
I'm
to every
drinking
other
a natural
band here
goddamn
tonight.
light, you better share it. We're down to number one. Your number
I already did mine,
one
so.
song. Number one album. What's your number one album of your life?
Social Distortion.
Really?
Yeah.
You know how many times I've seen them?
He has blown my
like
freaking
23
mind. I gotta
times.
be
What
honest
was
with
the
you.
number one hit they had on the radio? I played it.
Well, that's,
I don't know if it was a number
lot
one.
of-
No, let me get it.
Not
I mean,
on the
number one
radio.
hit that they had, not
Right.
number one on the Billboard. Bad Luck.
Yeah.
No bad
They
luck.
every single year around NAMM time they play like the House of Blues in LA or in Anaheim, and I've seen them
a
so
bunch,
many
too.
times.
I
And
think
it's
that's kinda awesome.
consistently some of the best
Every
concerts,
time.
Every time, and it's
Every time.
it's-
So they're on constantly.
And every
Constantly.
new album that they come out, still delivers the same satisfaction that the
I didn't know who
ones-
the fuck
So
they
you
were.
feel the same. You feel the same feeling every time you hear a different.
they were
album.
Yeah, I mean,
And Social Distortion was around about the time with the Bad Brains, weren't they?
Oh, they still are. They
No, I mean on the New York
yeah,
circuit.
around that same.
CBG.
Well,
They
Social
said-
Distortion's a California band.
Yeah, but
They're-
I mean,
they're
I
so good.
remember in my mind, I remember hearing
Ooh,
those
that's
two
scary,
bands
by
about
the
the
way.
same time.
What?
His mind.
Poor Joe.
Okay, now he's going in the pool.
That's a great album.
Bring it.
yeah, it was somewhere between heaven and hell, and I mean, at that time in my life when that came out, I know exactly where I was when I bought
That's
that.
a lawsuit.
I was stationed at Camp Pendleton, and I was in downside Oceanside, California, and as I bought this album, and I'd heard some Social D songs and stuff like that
Right.
in the past, but this was the first album I bought it and listened to it over and over, and I memorized all the words and all the lyrics, and I mean,
You're
it was
like
just-
were you? See, now you're a very laid back person, but were you like a ball of energy at some point?
my whole BMX
All your music
skateboarding.
is very like
sure.
ball of
I
energy.
was gonna say with the skateboarding, he's got to have the fucking.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
was
going
into
on.
any, all
The
the
diving,
stuff
you
that I
gotta have serious energy
Yeah.
to go diving and cave diving especially. I
Fuck
think that's
that.
so.
God bless
awesome.
alcohol.
Huh? No.
But anyway, you're
Thins your
saying-
blood, dude. You'd be screwed when you get down there.
No, you don't mix that stuff in there. But no, I always like the alternative types of sports, from BMX and skateboarding, to
Right,
whatever
right,
people
exactly.
weren't.
Which
X
comes with
Games,
it, alternative music.
Huh? Oh,
Usually, yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
progressive.
That
and
natural
it
light
set-
taste.
it set trends. I mean,
I-
it set
it sure
so
did.
many trends in music and life. And,
Absolutely.
You
How many times you hear social? Sorry, I forgot the
Social
band, but I
Distortion.
remember.
Social Distortion.
Yeah.
While a skateboarding tournament's going on, that's what you hear.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? While you're
It's-
skateboarding, if you got it like in your,
No, you
no, but I
didn't
mean,
do that. I mean,
I
we
could
were just
skateboard.
skateboarding,
It's,
and you weren't going to take your Sony cassette man.
Yeah,
on
fucking
half
walk-
pipe
yeah, I
with
brought
you.
3 of those.
Like,
I bought 3 of those, by the way,
eight
just
months
for comic
paycheck
relief.
to get
But,
that little cassette player.
Cassettes?
I could roller skate like a son of a bitch, but you get me on a
Walkmans
skateboard,
and-
I'm falling on my ass
I
every
did the
single
roller
time.
skating too. I mean, the roller skating rinks were our babysitting
How did you handle the,
places. You know, parents dropped
so-
you off on Friday
They
and
didn't
Saturday
think
nights.
about leaving.
No, you
Right?
never
They
want
leave
to.
and go get dinner and go get laid
Yeah.
and come back and pick your ass up. You
Absolutely.
can't do that shit today.
No,
You'd be in
not
jail,
today.
man.
Yeah.
But so did you surf too?
No, it's, I mean, I
You
grew up, I
actually
grew up,
skateboarded, but you didn't surf.
Well,
I
he grew up in middle
outside.
America.
No, I
so-
know that. I know that, and I'll tell you why I'm asking this question, because I couldn't skateboard to save my ass. So when I first moved here, I tried a little surfing. I couldn't surf to save my ass.
I have no balance. I can't do it.
You know why I couldn't
I
surf?
got great
Why
balance
I
on
didn't
2
go on
feet
surf?
and I can move
I used to
both
do
of
it when
them.
I was a kid, but as soon as I paddled out behind the first waves, I'm thinking, sharks!
Sharks.
Yeah.
I knew it was
Here's right here. I'm sitting on my board waiting for the
Well,
wave right here. Here's
Had
right
you
here.
fucking been here last
we
week?
can
We
talk
can
about
have
that.
that conversation.
I
But he
think we're
feels
getting ready
different
to. I think we're at the end of
he
it.
was too tired.
Shark. I
He
mean,
just
do you
couldn't
not hear
handle
the
it
music?
anymore. Oh Jesus! I'm
Here,
so sorry,
man.
Joe.
I know, that's,
So what's your number 2?
Um,
Or no, wait,
number
number
one.
1. Your number
No,
1.
I actually got last one.
Your number 1 album of all time
No,
is
we made all that up.
No, you made that all up. I didn't.
Frank Zappa.
Live in New York.
Okay.
If we open that up, it's going to be, if you can put it to the camera, it's going to be, once
yeah.
again,
That's a lot to.
a take-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But,
this is what I love about records, man.
oh man, like I said, man, this is also a record that I had since I was like 15.
Okay.
Every album I've had, I don't think I have a new album.
Oh, see, I still
why is it
buy.
your favorite?
I go to Wax right here in Vero. I still.
I heard about
Wax
that.
Records. You guys, if you're in Vero Beach, you need to go down there for your records. Great prices, great selection,
They actually
awesome
have
people.
real record vinyl.
Oh yeah,
It's a whole-
bringing
that's
it
the
back,
whole
man.
store.
Bringing it back.
Wow.
Vinyl, cassettes, CDs,
there's a wax
everything.
in Chicago
This
too,
is
but it's
phenomenal.
all wax tracks.
Oh yeah. No, this is a local family. A father and son run it.
Okay.
Great. I mean,
Once
great.
again, if you
You go in there with $10 and walk out with 5 albums.
Get out.
Yeah, like if you go
I
through
might
the
have to
bins
make
correctly.
a trip up there, bro.
If you when you go and get some of the reprinted stuff that's now, album is $30. You know, 30 to 50.
Right.
But you can find used stuff in there for $3-4.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's still in great shape. Like I walk
Yeah, they
out of
won't
there
sell anything to
sometimes.
scratch or anything. So
That's my favorite me time, is to go there and spend an hour going through
I would spend an hour
the
in
shit
there.
you find in there, dude. Like
Wow.
like
Wow.
old '80s hair metal bands that you thought you forgot about, like Black and Blue and shit like that, Keel and stuff like that. You're like, holy
like-
shit,
Yeah.
holy shit, I can't believe it.
Like the Bullet Boys.
Yes, don't even get me started with those fucking
Oh,
assholes.
I'll get you started with that, assholes.
Because one of their drummers stole a goddamn song of mine
Really?
and tried to release it as their own, right? Fuck you, Bullet Boys, and
Fuck
Rich
you,
Green, you
Bullet Boys.
asshole.
I think 3 years are dead, right?
No,
Heroin addicts.
We'll edit this out in post.
All right, it was a replacement singer for Britney Fox and a replacement drummer for Bullet Boys,
Brittany Fox
Formed a
Jesus,
band.
I ain't heard that in
Right?
20 years.
and heard one of my songs, re-recorded it note for fucking note, lyric for lyric, and tried to pass it off as their own.
No shit.
A bunch of losers, man. And he lives actually Rich Asshole Green. You guys can look his mugshot up. Seriously, that's the first picture that comes up when you Google him. He lives in Coral Springs, dude. I want to like.
Hold on, this is interesting.
I want to go fuck this guy up in the worst way, man, just for being an asshole. But I never will, because that's just not my nature. But
Give me $300, I'll take care of it.
I will anything Bullet Boys, anything
Want me to make
Britney
a phone
Spears,
call?
Britney
I got it
Fox.
covered.
I fucking hate just because of these two idiots.
Jesus
But,
Christ, I mentioned the wrong boys tonight.
All right, how much time we got? Because I want
That's what this show is about, just stories.
It is.
So your number
Yeah.
one album.
well, before we...
I already did.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did both of them, so yeah.
You-
yeah.
really?
Yeah, I
You're
remember
supposed to be keeping track of the time, man.
remember I went, I got both of mine are number 2 and number 1.
Yes.
Brought
So
together.
I don't have a copy of mine. I have a CD. And no, I don't keep any of the cases anymore. When I buy them, I throw them out because they're fucking useless to me and they just take up space. But
They have no goddamn
the band,
artwork, nothing.
which is my #1 favorite, is called The Scream. All right, and it came out in '91. The band was put together by Eddie Kramer, who is
That's familiar.
Jimi Hendrix, Stones, The Who, The Kiss. He was a producer and an engineer on all of those great fucking albums. So he put this band together, and John Corabi is the singer, and that's the guy that replaced Vince Neil.
John, yeah.
Was the second singer for Motley Crue, and that album went nowhere, and it's the best Motley Crue album.
Didn't John Corabi also sing with Van Halen?
No.
That's
Union.
Rich Corabi. Or
No.
is there there's a Corabi
There's
there?
no Corabi there.
Anyway,
No Corabi.
okay, delete that.
Gary Sharon from
Can't
Extreme.
delete it. It's live, stupid.
No, Corabi has like this bluesy, raspy voice. He's from Philadelphia, and I mean I have a very high voice when I sing. I'm like a journey
You do.
singer.
I noticed that when you sang. Yeah.
And
You got a good voice, dude.
thank you very much.
You do.
It's trained voice, so it's.
Sorry,
it's,
I'm lying. You
it's,
suck.
it's,
But
it's
hey.
terrible. No, you know what?
You
I
said
didn't
trained.
start out with a good voice. I had to be taught how to use it, and
Really?
I got into Corabi, and his style very much reminds me of Chris Cornell, where he's got like
Most
this
incredible vocalist.
power that just comes
Oh
out
my
of fucking
God.
nowhere.
You know
out of
what?
nowhere.
Shout out to Chris Cornell, by the way.
Shout
Yes.
out.
Wow.
Well,
Dude,
he was
wow.
like my #1
I miss
influence.
you.
And,
Me too.
And this album,
That's a
it's
whole
got
other show.
Bruce
Yeah,
Boulez
that could
from.
Oh, it could be.
Do you remember Racer X with Paul Gilbert?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bruce
Wow, that
Boulez was
was
the
back in
guitar
the
player,
day.
and he was in Racer X and was now in this band, and it was amazing for me because this guy was a speed metal guy. I
Right.
expected his name to be associated with everything speed metal, and the album is very bluesy,
Yeah, he was-
hard rock, and I was like, wow, man!
now
and
he's going
it blew me away.
No
it really
shit.
blew me away, and like to this day, the guy Corabi is still my favorite fucking singer.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to check that out.
I got lucky.
Yeah, question.
I was
All right.
endorsed with Line
Yeah.
6,
We got it empty.
and John's ex-wife
Yeah,
works for Line 6.
I make my own
So
water
I didn't put two and two together for years.
filter.
I'd
Stuff for
I'd
water.
send an email or I'd call on. I would speak
you,
to
brother.
someone. I'm not going to give her name out,
Right,
just because
no,
I haven't spoken to her
absolutely
in a while. But I would call and I'd speak to her, and they're like, "I got to ask you a question. Are you related to John?"
Right.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, he's my ex-husband." And I'm like, "Get the fuck
Get
out
the
of here!"
fuck out!
Like all this time, for years, I'm ordering stuff and getting stuff or whatever and talking promotion, and I know the last name is there, but I was afraid to ask her if she knows the guy.
Right.
Turns out that she's her ex-husband, so I'm like, listen, you're gonna find this silly, because he was kind of unknown for a very long time. I'm like, he is like my #1 influence, #1. If I send you a press kit, would you give it to him? So she's like, sure. So sure enough, I overnight a press kit over. I find out that he's in between shit and things are not going good for him.
Right.
He's sleeping on her couch. He just happened to be there sleeping on her couch because he wanted to spend time with their mutual son. And I get a fucking phone call, and it's my birthday. I pick up the phone, I see it's a 310 area code, so I know it's California, and I'm like, hello, and he's like, Warren? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, it's John. I'm like, John who? Karabi,
Yeah, exactly.
man, Karabi. And I'm like, holy shit.
You called me?
Dude,
You
it's
fucking
the
stupid.
first time I ever got a phone call from somebody that I idolized.
Wow,
And,
that's awesome.
Like, I was in my car, and I just stopped, and I didn't know what the fuck to say. You know, and he had listened to the record, and he thought it was pretty good, and we were talking about maybe having him produce it, and of course he wished me a happy birthday, and we were just talking about his life and his deal with Motley Crue, and then him coming out of Motley Crue, and it's the first time I had a one-on-one with a rock star,
Right.
and felt like I was his equal.
Well, it felt like he won the rock star. It was
Right,
just you.
or that I was just another person, and
exactly.
I wasn't dealing with some guy who
Well,
looked down on
this is the
everybody.
second time that you met a rock star.
Nah, Joe
All right.
Michael, right?
Right.
and to this day, dude,
I had to throw
7 copies of that album.
a jab.
I've had to special order it from Europe. I've had like all kinds of shit just because I keep screwing up the CD or whatever, and I can't get it on vinyl. I wish I could get it on vinyl, but not yet. Unless I want to pay, you know, like $189, you can get any CD burned on the vinyl.
Right, yeah.
Plus shipping.
Yeah, plus shipping, but I'm not.
So it'll be 300.
But that is my number one. So
That is awesome.
The number ones we've got Injustice for All. We have Rush. Which one was it?
Everyone.
Every Rush album. 2112 for Rocky, and
Absolutely.
The Scream, Let Them Scream for me. And those were our top 5s for the evening. I'm done because I got to pee like a racehorse at
Really,
this
you got to
point.
pee? What are you, a woman?
I got to pee.
In other words, what he's trying to say is he's really got to
He
piss
don't
right
know
now.
it, but as
He's
soon
gotta
as it
piss.
turns off, we're throwing his ass in the pool.
Men piss, women pee. Let's
So-
get that straight.
We're going to come up with a new topic for next week, which is
Already
Oh,
got it
God.
for you.
What is
Star Wars.
I'm thinking, next topic, I'm thinking your favorite player, your musician, your favorite, whatever you are, whatever you
Oh, there's
like
another
me,
7-hour
I would be
show.
my favorite
Yeah.
guitar players.
Could you pick a favorite musician?
Here we go.
Yeah, but I mean, it's off the charts. I'm just.
We don't
You know?
stay on the charts anyway, obviously.
Apparently.
So,
Well,
I think we did a pretty good job tonight of staying on.
It's a good idea.
The
but
topic.
I
Yeah.
would
We can
like
go
to.
beyond.
I'm going to come up with a different topic for
All
us. I'll figure out what it is going to be tomorrow. Part of next week is going to be talking about foods.
Ooh,
That's one of my favorite subjects. I
Oh.
can never eat half the shit that I love, but
I'm
Florida
good
is
with
a
that.
weird spot when it comes to food because
I'm good with that.
this state is made up by people from fucking everywhere.
Everywhere.
And I constantly am like trying to understand why we can't get some foods here, why some foods taste like shit, why other foods taste great, like,
Or they don't make it right.
or they don't make it.
All right, wait. We're already heading into next week's topic,
But
man.
yes, we give a little
pepper
teaser.
on the
The water,
We can talk another hour.
the water has a lot to do with it.
The water has everything to do
Has a
with it.
lot.
Anyway,
We'll
we'll
but
talk
drink
about
the
we're
that.
gonna
water.
come up with some music related and food related conversations for next week. If you guys enjoyed us, I'm gonna go around the room and tell you that this is Tom, Joe, Rocky, Warren. Share and like us. It's the TC Vibe. Every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, we're gonna just have a few beers and talk whatever the fuck we feel like talking
It's
about.
just gonna
you
get
gotta bring
worse
some
and
new
worse,
beers in,
man.
right?
Next week I'm gonna have
Gonna
new
bring
beers.
some new beers
I will
in?
definitely have another purple haze.
No chocolate.
No fucking
No
chocolate.
chocolate.
No banana.
I'm gonna bring some shot things for us so
And
we
we'll-
can taste
yeah,
this
we
beer
should do that.
together.
That's a good idea.
Absolutely.
Why don't we just bring some shots?
If anyone is
These things go
associated
south
with any
really
of our
fucking
breweries
fast.
Fireball!
and would like to supply
beers.
us with
Tasting
tasters
beers,
to
like
do,
beer
we would
tasters.
love that.
I think
But
if there was
anyway,
hard liquor here,
so you're
this
watching
show
part
would
3 of the Vibe. We were
end up
talking
in
our
the pool
favorite
without
music and our
anybody's
favorite
fucking help.
records.
So.
We're going to sign off for tonight, and we'll see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m.
God bless you guys, man.